streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
I'm going to take tomorrow off, and then I'm going to let you watch Sunday's games, which I know you will do.
I'll be locked in. Laser beam.
By the way, clock is good.
It's week 4 in the UFL, and these two teams are no strangers to drama.
Oh, and that helmet comes off of that vicious hit.
The Panthers are led by their electric quarterback.
Finds a way to stay alive and gets the touchdown. What a play by Perkins.
And the Showboats are searching for their first win.
Making something out of nothing, and he's still going.
Can the Panthers stay on the hunt?
What a drive for the Panthers.
Or will the Showboats show out?
Well, he turns on the Jets, and he is gone. What a start for the Memphis Showboats.
It's the Showboats and the Panthers on Fox.
And we welcome you to Detroit, Michigan, where week 4 of the UFL is ready to get started. The Memphis Showboats are in town to take on the Michigan Panthers. Panthers fans are ready to see what their team can do back home with a 2-1 start to this season and a familiar foe. These two teams met in week 1, and it was Michigan who got the win, staking up to this 2-1 start, even with Birmingham in the USFL Conference. And meanwhile, in the XFL Conference, everybody chasing DC, the UFL's only unbeaten team. Kevin Kugler alongside Joel Klatt, Jenny Taft with us on the field. Time now for Agent Force Playmakers. Insights provided by Salesforce AI and Joel Klatt. Who are some players to watch?
Hey, let's start on the defensive side with Memphis. Boogie Roberts back in spring football. This guy is one of the great personalities in all of the sport, and he is back here with Memphis. It's her first season with Memphis. He was with Pittsburgh in 2022 and 2023. He's got 9 tackles, a sack, and 2 tackles for loss, and he's going to need to be great tonight because the quarterback for Michigan has been playing outstanding football. Bryce Perkins, he is the UFL Player of the Week, and he can hurt you through the air with his efficient passing, almost a 70% passer this season, or with his legs, and he can get it done in particular on 3rd down and in the low red zone, getting into the end zone. He has been tremendous and will need to continue to be here tonight for Michigan. And those insights are powered by Agent Force. It's what AI was meant to be.
We are ready to get it started. The Memphis Showboats have come calling to Michigan to take on the Panthers, looking for their first win of the year. Kickoff coming up next on Fox.
Or do you like me saying, coming off a great win, your playmaking, your efficiency on display? Like, do you like using Player of the Week?
I think Player of the Week is kind of
big deal.
Yeah, but I don't.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't really matter.
So okay, I'll just go
talk about
athleticism,
him.
playmaking. Okay, I'll do that.
All right, look at us.
Oh, pumping it up at Ford Field.
This is what they play in Michigan Stadium. It hits a little different with 110,000. Kev, sell this Pizza Hut, man.
Oh, we're in.
This is our jam. Though in Detroit, that's a Little Caesars town.
Bryce, good to see you again.
Welcome to Fox UFL Friday Night, presented by Pizza Hut. We are ready to get it started between the Michigan Panthers and the Memphis Showboats. Alongside Joel Klatt, I'm Kevin Kugler. Time to welcome in the third member of our crew. Say hello to Jenny Taft, who's on the field with Bryce Perkins.
Well, thank you so much, Bryce. Obviously, you guys coming off a great win last weekend. Your athleticism, your playmaking ability on display. How much confidence are you playing with right now with this offense?
Yeah, man, it's a lot of fun out there, and those guys, they do their job, man. We all get together and we say we don't got to do any more than what's capable of us, and that's enough to win the game. And it's fun to play with these guys, building off a good win, and let's keep it rolling tonight.
You mentioned it. Quick turnaround for you guys and familiarity against Memphis. What are the pros and cons in going up against a team that you know now well?
Yeah, I mean, the pros is that you've gone against them one time. Things can't stay the same, and then the cons is you've gone against them one time as well, too. So, we expect things to be a little different out there. So just take what the defense gives us, play our game and stick to our keys.
Good luck today.
Thank you.
Jenny, thanks so much. The two coaches matching wits in this one. Jim Turner taking over for Ken Wisenut, who stepped away due to personal reasons this week from the Showboats, getting his first crack as a head coach for the rest of this year. And Mike Nolan, the longtime coach of the Michigan Panthers, longtime head football coach in the National Football League as well. Memphis gets the football to start things off, and we're underway on a Friday night from the 15-yard line, trying to find a little bit of a crease, and stopped short of the 30-yard line is Eric Guerra, and out comes this Memphis Showboat offense. Troy Williams will get the start tonight at quarterback. There was some conversation all week, Joel Klatt. Would it be E.J. Perry or would it be Troy Williams? And it's Williams who gets the nod.
You know, I think you got to look at last week and late in the game what he was able to do. He came in and led that 19-play, 73-yard drive that allowed them the chance to win the game. Now, they weren't able to do so, but that was certainly their best offensive series of the week, and they're trying to really use that to catapult them into this week and face this Michigan team on the road.
Jacob Cabote is the running back, and Cabote will get the carry on first down out across the 30, near the 32-yard line. Joel, let's take a look at some of your players to watch for this one.
You know, Memphis has been so good throwing the football. In fact, they're number 2 in the league throwing the football, and these guys on the outside are so good. Jonathan Adams is a guy that I've loved for a couple of years now. In the back end for Michigan, Kai Nakua is all over the field, and he's a ball hawk.
To the air for the first time and targeting Jonathan Adams. The pass incomplete with the coverage out there from Adonis Alexander.
There's not a better back shoulder receiver in the UFL. Jonathan Adams, number 9. That's what these quarterbacks, whether it's E.J. Perry or Troy Williams, and Troy is going to get the start here. But Jonathan Adams is so adept. He's 6'3", 220, and he is so good at pacing his route and then falling out of it to that back shoulder and catching that ball just out of his reach on second down. We'll see where they go on third.
Jonathan Adams spent a little time in this city with the Lions a few years back. Been in the UFL the last few years. Williams under some pressure trying to escape. He cannot. Dropped for a loss back at the 28-yard line, and it's the veteran Walter Palmore who makes the sack.
What a great rush right here from Palmore. He's going to come right through the guard. Jared Thomas, number 65. Watch this bull rush. He just gets him right into the lap of the quarterback, then gets off of the block and to the quarterback. That is textbook stuff from Walter Palmore. Played his college ball at Missouri, 6'3", 317 pounds, and that was all power bull rush right there for the sack.
Against a line that had done a pretty good job protecting their quarterbacks. Only 4 sacks through the first 3 games this year. So after the loss of 4, a 3 and out, Malik Turner is the deep man. And Turner will watch this one bounce out of bounds near the 30-yard line. So now Bryce Perkins to work. And if you've not seen Bryce Perkins yet this year, look at the numbers. He's having a phenomenal start to this season in the UFL.
Yeah, he really is. He's second in completion percentage, first in yards per attempt, but also what he's doing with his legs, you know, and Kev, I think that's where he's really dangerous. Not quite 100 yards on the ground with his legs, but 3 touchdowns so far on this season. And in particular, when we get to third down, in particular when we get into the red zone, that's where he really excels, extending the play, creating with his legs, and then getting the line to gain or getting into the end zone.
Perkins on first down wants to go up top, and he wants to go deep, taking a shot right away, and the pass overthrown. He wanted Jalen Moore. Running stride for stride with him was Eric Guerra. And it's second down as we check out players to watch.
Yeah, you know, this Michigan team is going to have to find some run game. Matthew Colburn went to the injured reserve, so Jaden Sheridan, he comes in at running back, had a big 43-yard touchdown last week. And then Siosi Mariner, he leads them on the outside, 11 catches for 133 yards. Defensively, watch out for Steele Chambers. He leads the league in tackles, number 42. The former Buckeye has been very good this year.
On second down and 10, the handoff to Nate McCrary, and McCrary trying to provide a little spark in that run game. He's been banged up, still probably not 100%. They're carrying 3 running backs active this week, but McCrary hoping to get traction going early.
Yeah, second year with Michigan for McCrary, but they want to get that run game going so that they don't constantly sit in long yardage third down opportunities. That's not where Bryce Perkins is going to excel, and to be fair, that's where no quarterback is going to excel. So a nice run on second down to get him this 3rd and 5.
44% this year conversion rate on third down for the Panthers. Perkins Flushed out of the pocket. Here's where Joel talked about the damage he can do. Slips through one tackle, but he's going to end up short of the first down by about 1.5 yards.
Tell you what, if he would have gotten his eyes up, watch as he escapes the pocket over here to the left, but he's going to have a wide open wide receiver right there. You see down the field, it was very quick in the back right of your screen, but he had a route pop open. I know, listen, that's easy. That's hindsight is 20/20 sitting up here in the booth, but he had the opportunity for a huge play down the field and just wasn't able to get his shoulders turned and his eyes up.
Now we've got a stoppage. They're going to reset this one, get everybody situated before 4th and 2. So the teams exchange 3 and outs to start this one. And the snap goes wide of Vernon all the way back to the 10-yard line. Vernon just going to try to punt, and it's blocked. It'll trickle out of bounds near the 20. A special teams disaster early for the Michigan Panthers, and the Memphis Showboats are set up on the doorstep for their first points of the night.
I mean, there is clear miscommunication. Watch where this snap goes. It goes way over this way as if they're going to try to fake it to Nakua, or he feels like the punter is going to slide over to his right. The center snaps it at the camera. Look at that. He's like, hey, cameraman, you punt it. I mean, that is wild. That was 4 yards wide, and I tell you what, nothing good happens after that. And Vernon can't get it off finally, and now how about this first down for Memphis?
And how about this, E.J. Perry on the field, and his first opportunity batted down at the line of scrimmage by Kenny Willikis.
So now how about this second series, Kev? E.J. Perry comes into the game. He has been their starter. Like I said, Williams came in late last week and led them on a touchdown drive, but Perry is 65% last week before going down. He did throw a couple of interceptions in that ball game against Houston, and that was really costly for them because they would have been in a great position to win without that pick six that he threw.
This is Deneric Prince. He goes nowhere. 2 plays from the 20 and absolutely no forward movement at all for the Showboats on a 3rd and long.
This team has been just killed, speaking of Memphis, by turnovers. A league worst 8 turnovers this year. And they've got no takeaways on defense. It's been such a rough start. -8 turnover margin. That is just wild. You look at some of the close games that they've lost. They lost 17-12 to DC week 2, by 1 last week to Houston. They've got to find a way to hold on to the football.
3rd down and 10. They've struggled on 3rd down this year. Pressure coming. Perry with time after that pressure's picked up, and a flag down in the end zone. He wanted Adams. The coverage from DJ Miller, the UFL's interception leader, is going to be flagged.
Number
14, sir.
pass interference, defense number 14, 15-yard penalty, first down.
So here's Miller, and Jonathan Adams runs a really nice route, and you can see Miller is just a little bit out of position, and as he's trying to look back for the ball, he loses his balance, gets right into the chest of Adams, prevents Adams from making a play on the ball, and that contact is very clearly pass interference, and a couple of good breaks here for Memphis. Kev, they have not had many good breaks this year, let's face it, with all these turnovers and some of the pick sixes. So to try to get this, I would even call it a turnover, that bad snap. They've got to execute here and try to get into the end zone.
On first down and goal, handoff in the backfield, it's Prince, turns the corner, and Prince out of bounds near the 2, where it'll be 2nd and goal. It's a pretty good run by the Tulsa product there. It looked like it was going nowhere.
Yeah, that's an excellent point, Kevin. He had to bounce that outside of a tackle that was getting pushed back into his lap. Noel Mazzoni, the offensive coordinator here for Memphis, calling the offensive plays. Of course, Coach Ken Wisenhunt, like you said, stepped down as the head coach on Wednesday. And so they've had some flux in that coaching staff, and Noel trying to calm things down here inside the 5.
35 straight.
Brought in this week by Jim Turner, the veteran offensive coordinator, on 2nd and goal. Play clock gets down to 0 as the handoff up the middle. Prince chugging toward the goal line. He's in for a Showboats touchdown.
Barney.
Boy, that was excellent push by that offensive line. Check out Alec Lindstrom, the center, and the right guard, Nash Jensen. They just push everybody into the end zone. Number 72, that's Lindstrom, the center. You can see he's fallen in the end zone with Prince, and that is a really solid drive after that bad snap for Memphis. Now finally some good stuff happening for the Showboats.
And a 2-point try from the 5-yard line. A.J. Wilson, the tight end, in motion. E.J. Perry to the end zone, incomplete, and it's still 6-0 Memphis.
We're snapping it to nobody, Kev. We're punting it to nobody. But don't worry, Memphis, on the other hand, they capitalize. 6-0 Showboats here in Michigan.
Touchdown! Yeah! 2. We're going for 2. Going for 2.
Yeah. Hey, if anybody back there is hearing this, I was completely gone.
Yeah.
Like, I had video and everything, but I had absolutely no audio one way or the other.
Yeah, I kind of sensed that because I'm like, I don't think he's going to break here.
He would be talking here, but
Yeah.
he stopped. Every single game, there's at least one.
Yeah.
So, hopefully that's it.
That snap was wild.
Terrible. I mean, where was he trying to fake it?
I don't know.
I am. Okay.
Belfay.
Okay.
Do we think Jordan Ober just snapped it to nobody?
Well, and Nakua only kind of stuck his hand out like he was surprised by it. So if it was a fake, Nakua didn't know, so only Ober knew.
Yeah.
Here's our Friday night spotlight looking around the UFL. The top 2 running backs meeting in Arlington. Jacob Sailors and Kalen Ballage. A new QB1 in Houston. Nolan Henderson takes the reins. And the DC Defenders looking to stay undefeated as they take on San Antonio on Sunday. The blocked punt after the errant snap turns into a touchdown for Memphis. They do not convert on the 2-point try, so it remains 6-0. And if you're a long snapper, you hate being mentioned on a broadcast, Joel Clack, because the only time Jordan Ober ever gets mentioned is when something goes wrong.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly right. The only other time that you mention a long snapper is if they like hustle down there and make the play, make the tackle, and then they get up and they're all fired up, but when you snap it to the end zone, that's not a good look.
Devin Ross with the return out to the 30-yard line. The ball came out at the end of that return. Memphis is saying they have it. Would it be a second special teams turnover by Michigan?
White has the ball. Red ball.
What do you have?
Let's put one down where we're supposed to be. He was down or recovered? Recovered or down? Okay. The ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by the receiving team. It's 1st and 10.
Boy, Michigan fortunate here.
I thought he was Well, I don't know. That ball was out. I was looking at a forearm, Kev. You know, I thought at one point that his knee was down, but that ball was pretty clearly out right there at the punch. That's exactly right. That's a great look by our guys shooting the game. And you're right, Michigan is really fortunate.
So they dodge one there, keep it at the 29-yard line where it's first down and 10. Perkins over the middle, dropped. A lot of pressure on Malik Turner as he came across to try to catch that short pass, and it's second down.
You know, this Memphis defense, you're looking at a team that is tied for last in the UFL in sacks. They've only had 2. They're last in takeaways. They have not had a turnover in 3 games. They're last in tackles for loss behind the line of scrimmage, and yet you would never know that by the way that they've started this game. Lots of energy up front for the Showboats.
Second and 10, handoff to Jaden Sheridan for a couple. Not much there, and Marcel Belfay's got to come up with a big one on third.
Stay 11. Here we go. Rex vacant. Ricky spin Fitch. Rex vacant, Ricky spin Fitch.
Third and 9. Perkins in a clean pocket to the outside, stopped short of the first down. He found Jaden Sheridan, but his opposite number, Obi Melifonwu, was there to make the stop, and it's fourth.
Melifonwu did a great job there because he knew where the sticks were. So he was fine with that completion underneath, knowing that he could just sit there and make a play.
Good work.
And Jim Turner, the week in which the head coach Ken Wisenhunt steps away, Jim Turner steps in midweek, brings in a new offensive coordinator. You would never know it. We've made special teams plays here for Memphis. Defense playing well, offensive line playing well. Great start here for the Showboats.
Back-to-back 3 and outs, and a much better snap this time comes back to Seth Vernon. Uncorks a beauty. All the way back to the 5-yard line and trying to find any semblance of daylight to the outside is Isaiah Henney. Good coverage downfield and an outstanding 58-yard punt from Seth Vernon. 6-0 Memphis in Detroit. Kicking off week 4 in the UFL. Tonight's game is sponsored by Progressive. Progressive protects your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, and RV, and could save you money. And by Ace, the helpful place.
Last one right here. Last one and then break. On it. Set. Good, man. Good. Go ahead and break. Let's go to work. Come on. Let's go to work. Set your pads, man. Let's go.
Okay.
Hey, it's our football first. It's our ball first. I said I didn't love this. I love this.
Yep. So the first time you'll hear my voice will be on the Ken Wisenhunt News. Tonight's game is sponsored by Progressive. Progressive protects your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, and RV, and could save you money. And by Ace, the helpful place.
Last one right here. Last one and then break. On it. Set. Good, man. Good. Go ahead and break. Let's go to work. Come on. Let's go to work. Set your pads, man. Let's go. Hey, it's our football first. It's our ball first. be lying if I said I didn't love this shit. I love this shit.
Jim Turner taking over after Ken Wisenhunt stepped down earlier this week as head coach of the Memphis Showboats. First opportunity to be a head coach for the longtime assistant coach Jim Turner. Second season here on the offensive line. 26 years as a college and NFL assistant. Gave us a glimpse into his leadership style when we chatted with him before the game, and we'll hear from Jenny in just a moment about that, as Troy Williams is back at quarterback now, and on first down, the handoff to Cabote. Cabote losing ground, and Kenny Willekes pouncing on him at the 10-yard line. But an excellent start, Jenny, for the new leadership style of Jim Turner tonight.
Well, it was so special hearing from him this week. You just mentioned it. He's always wanted to be a head coach. Didn't have the opportunity until now. Well, he actually enlisted as a Marine as the Persian Gulf War was getting started. He said he felt like it was the right thing to do. His coaching dreams had to be put on hold, but he talks about the Marine Corps as such a huge part of his identity. It taught him how to lead, and he tries to bring that leadership to coaching every day.
The middle and a short toss to D. Anderson back out near the 15-yard line for the Showboats.
Jenny, that leadership style, you can tell, has paid off, you know, and this team has responded just in a few short days, you know, regardless of this series. They've come out with good energy here in the first 10 minutes of this ball game. And this is really the first adversity that they've had now, taking snaps inside their own 20 as they're kind of going back and forth here between quarterbacks, Troy Williams and E.J. Perry.
Williams sets up the screen, well defended all the way around by Michigan and finished off by Javen White.
Boy, he read this beautifully. So here's number 11 right here. Here's the linebacker, and he's going to read this absolutely perfectly and just splits the linemen as they're trying to get out there. You can see just too big of a gap between those two offensive linemen. Williams gets the ball out to Prince, and there's an easy tackle for Javen White. And this guy has played pretty well. He's got 32 tackles on the season, couple of sacks, 3 tackles for loss.
So if you do that, look, go here. Because I'm going to hold the safety. Boom.
After the loss of 4, Memphis will punt this one away. Should be good field position for the Panthers. Matt Mingle from his end zone with a flag down. Malik Turner from the Memphis 49 with the fair catch, and here comes a flag with the tackle made by Jaquan Shepard after waving for the fair catch, and Turner helped up.
I got offside defense number 15.
Okay. Then they have kick catch interference, which is on the kicking team, right? So they're gonna, this is an offset.
Yeah.
You guys have kick catch interference?
So it's a dead ball foul because it was a fair catch and then the kicking team player knocked the returner down.
Okay, so we're gonna add on the 5 here for the offside, right?
That's correct.
And then they're gonna enforce 15 as a dead ball? No, we're pulling them back in. It's an offset.
No foul first 15 first off.
Right, double whip.
So we don't have to worry about that.
You got double whip. You got double whip, right.
Joel, I love hearing the conversation between everybody, sorting all this out.
Offside on you, foul on them, let's get you off.
Doing right?
What's
you agree?
It's a double whip.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike. Yes.
Double foul with change of possession. You got offense up front and defense at the end.
Yeah. Mike.
Yes, they offset. They're going to offset.
Offset. Okay. Offside defense. Interference with the opportunity to catch a kick. Offense. The penalty's offset. It's 4th down.
I feel like we're at a mound meeting in Bull Durham. Well, candlesticks make a nice gift. We're dealing with a lot of stuff here, Kev. You got it?
There was a lot in that conversation. I'm still trying to sort it all out just like they were.
Hector needs a live chicken to take the grease off his glove.
So after all that, we resume right where we were with another punt. Malik Turner back out there, and Matt Mengel will go to work. From the 30-yard line. Turner across the 40, breaks one tackle and is down at the 48-yard line. Out comes Bryce Perkins, ready to work in a 6-0 game. Okay. That was really good. I wish you just said the line the way it was. We're dealing with some. I mean, come on.
What if I just said it?
Yeah,
we're dealing with a lot of shit here.
Oh my gosh.
Do we need a live chicken?
Nuke's upset because his eyelids are jammed and his dad's here.
That's the one I missed. That's the one I missed. His eyelids are jammed.
And now Above and Beyond, brought to you by Jersey Mike's.
Has been in the zone lately. In the pocket, escapes. He'll extend this play as long as possible.
Finds a way to stay alive and gets the touchdown.
What an athletic play by Bryce.
Panthers are going to need some Perkins magic here as we get back to work late first quarter. Alongside Joel Klatt with Jenny Taft on the field, I'm Kevin Kugler. Bryce Perkins' squad down 6-0, but the numbers this year have been so solid for Bryce Perkins, and a long way to go for the reigning Offensive Player of the Week in the UFL. Great field position from the 47-yard line.
Yeah, need to capitalize on this when you get the ball with this type of field position.
Prairie with an opening on the right side into Showboats territory down to the 46-yard line. Bryce Perkins, a guy who spent several years with Sean McVay and the Rams. He came in as an undrafted rookie in 2020, spent the year on the practice squad, also in 2021. Got to start once in 5 games played in 2022. He's got that NFL experience.
He's a big reason why they have the #2 scoring team in the league right now. And, you know, he came in. Danny Etling actually got the start last week for them, but he went out after a big hit to the head in the first quarter, and Perkins just took over and let him right down the field.
With nothing doing up the middle from McCrary, and it'll bring up 3rd and short for Perkins and these Michigan Panthers, trying to convert and keep this good possession alive in Showboats territory, down 6-0.
Memphis's defensive line has been very good for Jim Turner so far, and that group is led by number 8, Boogie Roberts, and he's already been all over the field. And again, he's got a personality to match now. He'll tell you about it, but he's been tremendous so far here tonight.
Panthers 0 for 2 on 3rd down tonight. 3rd down and 3. Perkins quick out of the backfield. Catch made by McCrary and a 1st down to keep this drive moving.
I'll tell you, this is a really tough play for a linebacker because, look, he's going to be in man coverage, but look at all the distance that he's giving up at the snap. So you get out of the backfield that quickly, and that's just too much space. And even for a fast linebacker like Steele Chambers, you know, if you make the read quickly and get the ball out quickly, McCrary is going to have an easy opportunity to get the edge and move the sticks.
On 1st and 10. Perkins will run up the middle with room across the 35 and a slide down at the 33 after a gain of 8. Well, he spent that time in the National Football League, did Bryce Perkins. He lost in his start in Kansas City against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, but a Super Bowl 56 champion. Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay, pretty good guys to mentor you in the early stages of a career that he's trying to find a route back into the National Football League with a really good season in the UFL. On 2nd down and 2, the handoff up the middle, and Toa Taua with the 1st down for Michigan. For more on Bryce Perkins, we check in with Jenny.
And we talk so often about how these guys want to get back to the league. And what's so fascinating to me about Bryce's story is he had a really serious injury back in 2016. And I know that's a long time ago, but it happened in practice. He fractured 2 vertebrae. He was given 2 choices, a long recovery back or surgery that would end his career. And he told me, I wasn't ready to be done. He said, it's all about perspective. I saw how quickly the game could have been taken away. I have so much more to prove, my leadership on display, and I'm ready to keep going here.
Well, it's one of the reasons as he rolls out and throws down the sideline complete. One of the reasons Mike Nolan loves this team is because of guys like that, those veterans who can make plays like Perkins just did to Malik Turner.
Yeah, and how about Turner getting his feet down in bounds? You know, there's the little RPO, and then you've got the passing option off of it, and Perkins gets to his 2nd read in the RPO. That is so difficult to defend. He can hand the football off. He can run the football. He's got a flat route down low, and he's got the one on top.
Hand off and an opening again. Shedding tackles into the end zone for a Michigan touchdown. Toa Taua's 1st touchdown of the season, and Michigan's evened it up.
How about the offensive line here? Kev, these guys doing work up front. And Toa Taua is just right over the right side. And how about the hole? I mean, that is just beautiful. And you got to give a lot of credit to Cole Cabral, the 27-year-old from Arizona State, 6'5", 304, number 69. He just pancaked the defensive lineman, opened up a huge gaping hole for Toa Taua, and he was into the end zone.
They'll go for 1. That's been the usual choice this year for Michigan. You can go for 1, 2, or 3 in the UFL. No kicks for extra points. So be Taua fighting for the goal line, and the conversion gives Michigan a 7-6 lead. Well, the run by Toa Taua is going to certainly give the Panthers reason to smile, reason to celebrate. Michigan on top at home. back in Detroit, Michigan, where the home team's got a 1-point lead, 7-6. 13 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Alongside Joel Platt, I'm Kevin Kugler, Jenny Taft down on the sidelines, and there is the hero of the hour, Toa Taua, with the rushing touchdown to give Michigan a 7-6 advantage. Bryce Perkins looking over that last drive, an impressive one, Joel. 7 plays, 53 yards.
A lot of it due to his athleticism out on the edge, and then mostly that offensive line. Oh, bobbled ball here.
And scooped up and tripped up at the 19-yard line. So good play by the special teams of Michigan as we check in with Jenny Taft.
I think it's important we hear from this guy getting that first touchdown of the season. So if you could just break down what you saw with the play, take me through it.
Yeah, so I seen we had an odd front. Just trying to read what the D-line gave me, really. O-line made a great push up front. I just had to do my job, make one guy miss, and see no more green.
I love it. You know what I hate that we do is we talk to you guys as you're still catching your breath. Congratulations. Keep this thing going.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
He carried the load on that drive. No wonder he's still trying to catch his breath as Prince is swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and no surprise, Frank Ginda and Javen White in the middle of that tackle for the Michigan Panthers. That takes us to the end of quarter number 1. An entertaining quarter. We've seen a little bit of everything, but what would you expect? Anything else? Not on a Fox UFL Friday night.
If we're rolling forward, 2 things that I would like to get into here. What down is it? What do we got here? Second down. There's 2 things. One, I think Memphis needs to go back to trying to, got to throw it to Jonathan Adams. And then 2 is we still have to, I think, set up Michigan playing without Breland Speaks for the second week.
Yep. Yep. Okay. Yep.
Doing great. How are you doing? I love it. Are you in Phoenix? Okay. Is it cold there? Isn't there a snowstorm rolling through there? Yeah, sounds like Nebraska. Back in Detroit as we move into the second quarter with a look back at the stats from quarter number 1. 69 total yards for Michigan. No total yards for Memphis. 8-11 on time of possession. Memphis trying to get some offense moving here. They had a short field, and that accounted
for the ability to get into the end zone, and that pass squeezed in at the 25-yard line for a pickup of 5 from E.J. Perry. And on the defensive side for Michigan, Colin Bauer kind of calling plays, Joel, with one hand tied behind his back. Second straight weeks without Breland Speaks.
Yeah, and Breland Speaks was the UFL Defensive Player of the Year last year, and he led the UFL with 13 tackles for loss, 9.5 sacks, so he needs to find quarterback pressure. I think he needs to get it from Kenny Willikis.
On 3rd and 4, Perry a little bit behind his intended target. He was trying to hit on a cross. We've got a flag down as well.
I had a forcible contact by defense number 91 to the quarterback, head or neck area.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense, number 91. 15-yard penalty, first down.
That's not the pressure you were looking for, Joel.
No, here's Ron Stone, and he's coming from the far side. So number 91 here, he's going to come and he's going to try to get up top. I don't know. That's tough. Now, it's right in front of the official. It's a tough look from that camera angle. There's that forearm up into the head or neck. Yeah, I mean, Kev, you can't go forearm to the neck like that. Remember, all of these are going to encapsulate the head or neck area. You can't have forcible contact up there or you're going to get a roughing the passer. And that's a huge penalty against Michigan there. It's going to extend the drive and keep Memphis on the field.
First down at 10. The handoff to the motion man. That's Eli Stove. And Stove out to the 42-yard line. Pickup of 2 as we listen into the play call.
Buzz left, Gator, Gator. Buzz left. Buzz left.
I think they're running buzz left.
I got that sense, but we'll see. Yep, buzz left it is. And E.J. Perry with the carry out to the 45. Let's listen in again.
Crowd right, FPO 64 Seattle. Satellite, I mean. Satellite. Crowd right, FPO 64 Satellite.
Crowd right, FPO 64 Satellite. On one ready.
Remember, Noel Mazzoni is trying to learn this offense. Just got here midweek, trying to learn the terminology. Every single offense is basically just a different language, and he's got to learn that language in 3 days.
Green 18,
On 3rd and 5, Perry to the air through the fingertips of Jonathan Adams. And it'll bring up 4th down.
Tell you what, Arnold Tarpley was all over this play. And look at him back here. He's got just his eyes planted on the wide receiver. And he came flying down, almost a bracket over Jonathan Adams. You could see that safety, he was back. Tarpley was back, but he's not playing deep. His eyes were down. They were firmly on number 9, Jonathan Adams, and he came screaming down off of that slant pass.
Yeah, I know. Panther defense gets the hold again.
Yeah. That's my fault.
11 total yards of offense right now for Michigan. Memphis, rather, as Michigan fields this punt at the 22-yard line, and a timeout here in Detroit. The Michigan offense going back to work on a Fox UFL Friday night, up 1. Our UFL Week 3 Players of the Week, 2 of them on display tonight with Devin Ross and quarterback Bryce Perkins, who's off to another really good start tonight, Joel.
You know, what I loved about the last series is he was doing everything that you need to do to play the position at a high level. If it's there right away, number one, go ahead, take them. Then if it's not there, what do? You've got to be the eraser and go make a play with your legs. He was reading the progression all the way down the field and then managing in the run game. Little zone read on the opposite side. He reads the end stays wide. You give the ball and Tawatoa is into the end zone. You know, so much of quarterbacking on the outside looking in is about how you throw the football. But really, that's just a small percentage of what a quarterback is asked to do and what makes quarterbacks great. You've got to manage the game, and that was a little picture about everything that you need to do. It's all about the reads, the decisions, and managing your team down the field.
A great shot there of Bryce Perkins as he walks up to the line. You see his eyes darting back and forth, looking over that entire defense, getting his thoughts in order and now ready to work on 1st and 10 and stepping away from pressure. Perkins trying to break that contain, and Perkins turns nothing into maybe a yard, but there is a flag down.
21, so we're just going to offset those.
I'm going to wave my flag off. The quarterback was outside the pocket when the hold happened. I'm going to wave my flag off.
Okay. There is no foul for defensive holding. Holding, offense number 61. 10-yard penalty, 1st down.
We're going to get the center here. And Noah Johnson is working against Boogie Roberts, but watch it, and this is difficult for a center because look, he's trying to block, but then now Perkins is out of the pocket and he's running over to his right. And the center doesn't know that, Noah Johnson, so he's just holding on for dear life. And then as Boogie Roberts, he goes to chase the quarterback. That's what draws the hold.
So it backs up Michigan with the penalty. Now they'll move him back.
Correction, there is no foul for illegal contact by the defense.
Well, all right. That was originally going to be an offsetting penalty. They waved that off, as you heard in the conversation, because Perkins was out of the pocket. So now 1st and 20 from the 12. Jaden Sheridan out of the backfield, trying to dance around a couple of showboats and gets out to the 18-yard line as we listen into the 2nd down play call.
11. Here we go. Let's go. Rex Trey Hay, Rip Indiana State, bang 8. Rex Trey Hay, Rip Indiana State, bang 8. Single high. You still have your bang 8, right? Just read it out.
I mean, I hope Larry Bird's about to walk out here. We got Indiana State calls. Okay, bang 8 is a skinny post. If he gets a middle safety, a single safety in the back, which he's got, he should be hitting this on a quick timing here.
2nd and 14. The pocket collapsing, throwing off that timing. Now Perkins going to have to improvise, and he will, to the tune of about a 3-yard gain out to the 25.
All right, so he's wanting to go over there. It's called a bang 8. An 8 is a post route. A bang 8 is a quick post, a skinny post. He wants to go over there, but watch the coverage over here on the left side. He doesn't have anywhere to throw the football because of that hold right there. He wants to go over there. Now he's just got to escape with his legs, and he does a great job of it. So he turns chicken salad into you know what, or he makes chicken salad, and then here we go. There's Mariner, who's getting held on that bang 8. And now you've got an easier 3rd down opportunity. That's what the legs of the quarterback providing here.
And now 3rd down and 7. Perkins has lots of time this time. Throws underneath. Turner makes a nice move. He's got a 1st down. His defender, Mark Gilbert, slipped on his cut, and Turner took advantage to move the chains.
Memphis is in man coverage here, so it's all about creating separation and getting space as a wide receiver, and they were able to do that right there. Malik Turner did a great job of understanding also where Gilbert was. So after he caught the ball, he makes this little spin move back to the inside, which allowed him to get the line to gain and move the chains. After 1st and 20, Michigan's got a 1st down.
And Michigan will step to the sidelines as they tend to an injured Showboat. Will step aside as well. Tonight's game is sponsored by Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut. And by Allstate. You're in good hands. Tonight's game is sponsored by Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut. And by... Tonight's game is sponsored by Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut. And by Allstate. You're in good hands. 7-6 lead for Michigan. 10:04 remaining in the second quarter here in Detroit. Tomorrow on Fox, reigning MVP Shohei Ohtani leads the Dodgers against Corey Seager and the Rangers. Or Nolan Arenado and the Cardinals battle Juan Soto and the Mets. Check local listings for the game in your area tomorrow, 4 Eastern on Fox. Bryce Perkins with a first down coming up here for Michigan. Started 0 for 2. He's hit his last 5 straight. 5 of 7, 41 yards, and a first down and 10. From the 34-yard line. Not much running room for Nate McCrary. Gets a yard on the lunge forward.
It feels like Michigan certainly settled down after that opening sequence where, you know, their punt team basically cost them a score, but this offense has settled down. Perkins is starting to play really well. 92 total yards to 11. And yet only up 1. You know, they're running the football well. 51 yards already on the ground, 5 first downs. But you just got to stay with it. Again, like it's hard to build multiple possession leads in this league.
Perkins on the roll. Has to accelerate, and he'll go out of bounds at the 36-yard line. Let's listen in on another third down play call from Marcel Belfeck.
Okay. Here we go. 11, 11, 11. Here we're gonna go Rex close, Rip Hondo, go. Just Rex close, Rip Hondo, go. No gas, just go. Just Hondo. Rex close, Rip Hondo, go.
Rip Hondo, go. On top, ready? OTB.
Third down and 8 from the 36-yard line. Perkins, clean pocket, dropped at the 47-yard line. Jalen Moore had it hit him in the gloved hands, and he couldn't pull it in.
This is a tight window throw. He's trying to get his, well, first of all, you're going to see the safety scream down like this, and then he still goes right over the ball, and there's some hands outstretched. I think that ultimately distracted Jalen Moore because Moore just couldn't bring it down after it hit his hands.
Seth Vernon to punt it away. From the 9-yard line to the 15. Isaiah Henney twists away from initial contact, but he's buried there. 7:55 remaining in this first half. Here comes Troy Williams back to work for the Showboats.
Make it left, or make it right, smooth. Half. 337. 337. Where you at? Wait, no, it's half. We'll be extra weak. You got X? Okay, good. You got
You.
So 15 from the 14-yard line. We're going to the 29. Mike,
Yep.
What's the number?
The number is 6.
Thank you, bro. Hey, Jay.
And we've had a super challenge in Detroit. Mike Pereira's going to let us know what's going on. So we've got the super challenge. What are we looking at here, Mike?
Yeah, they challenged that it was a face mask. And when we first looked at it, the arm was around the body. But then as the runner twisted, he actually got the mask and pulled it down. Very difficult one to see on the field. But indeed, he did have it. So we added it on from the 14-yard line out to the 29. First down for Memphis.
Certainly,
Devin Ross.
Yeah, Devin Ross there gets the flag, but it certainly gives them more yardage. But man, I tell you, I know you retain your super challenge if you get one successful. Now Memphis is down to one super challenge. And this one being so far in your own territory, you know, I wonder, is that 15 yards worth a super challenge?
And especially using it in the first half as Williams completes the pass to the sideline. And Isaiah Henney, we were talking earlier in the week with Peyton Pardee, the new head coach of the San Antonio Brahmas, and I asked him about his thoughts on using super challenges, and he said, I'm really going to be reluctant to use it in the first half because you never know what happens in the second half of these games. You may want both of those.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously this year you can get two if you're successful on the first. You know, but using it there, I think was interesting. And of course, Jim Turner, you know, new to this position, he was an interim in week 1 when these two teams played in week 1. Michigan getting the better of Memphis that week.
First down completion. Chris Pierce Jr. moves the chains.
Is that okay?
And it's first down and 10. Let's go downstairs and check in with Jenny Taft.
I thought it was important to check in with one of the leaders for this Memphis team, Boogie, who, by the way, wants to be a broadcaster one day, gave me a pep talk before the game. So I want to give you a chance to kind of evaluate what you're seeing from your team. What are you liking? What do you want to see still cleaned up?
I love how we're getting off the field on third downs, but we got to work on our tackling. Too much hitting yardage, missed tackles. We got to keep running to the ball and not assume that the first person's going to get him down. We got to keep rallying as a team.
You had mentioned to me, Coach Turner, someone you would run through a wall for. How is he doing in the role, and how do you guys want to keep playing for your new man in charge?
I feel like Coach Turner was built for this. We love Coach Wiz, wish him all the best, but Coach Turner is an amazing coach. He got all the guys rally. You see how hard we're playing out there. It's because of him. Like I said, I'll run through a wall for him. We're going to get this dub.
I know you're here to play football, and you're going to keep this going, but I've heard you want Joel Klatt's job one day. So what do you have to say? Joel's listening.
I'm coming for your job. It's going to be me and Gus Johnson as the the #1 team for Fox in about 2 years.
Can I still be there? All right, he's got to go back to work. Coach is saying it's time. Thank you, Boogie.
Why can't it be me and Boogie, Jenny? Just an all football broadcast.
Yeah, well, it's been good working with you, Joel. I appreciate it.
I tell you, man. I love listening to this guy. He said this now for a number of years. And Boogie's a really good player, too. He's disruptive up front. He's had a good night so far. Had a nice stop in the backfield, caused a hold. And, you know, even as Michigan got a little rhythm going there offensively and ran the football well, you know, Boogie needs to be a leader for that defense, which undoubtedly he's going to be.
I now understand more, though, why you're talking him up a lot. You need to keep him playing as long as he can possibly play.
Kevin, you are exactly right.
3rd down and 9. And a little too tall at the 45 for Pierce. Said it'll bring up 4th down.
I think Boogie could have made that throw. I'm kidding. That's good defense.
Roberts to play quarterback, says Klatt. I can't wait for the tweet.
You know, the defense there was really solid. Troy Williams is trying to get to the outside. And yet in that man coverage, there's a really tight window because Akeem Dent was all over the intended wide receiver. Akeem Dent played his college ball at Florida State, and he was just in the hip pocket.
Bengal trying to pin Michigan deep. Fair catch called for and made by Turner inside the 15. Here comes Boogie Roberts. Not quite to the booth yet. He's still got some work to do on the field.
Keep playing, Boogie.
Who's out balling?
Friday nights in high school. Whew. The memory of Friday night lights in high school. I was a quarterback, catching them snaps and running the ball every play. I was looking forward to doing that.
I would say my fondest memories of playing Friday night football would be making it to the state championship, proving a lot of people wrong. Those memories I'll never forget with my brothers.
Welcome to Fox UFL Friday Night, presented by Pizza Hut. More memories being made in Detroit. A 7-6 advantage for the home team. 4:52 remaining in this second quarter. Some of the next generation of Friday night players taking in a little Friday night football in Detroit. Worst starting field position for either team as Bryce Perkins and the Panthers are pinned at their own 11-yard line. Toa, who had the touchdown run earlier, nudges that football out to the 14-yard line.
Hey, Jen, how has that sideline been for Memphis? Because they had that fast start. You know, you got Jim Turner, the new coach for Memphis. How's the energy been there in the second half of the first quarter and into the second?
Well, Joel, it's a great question and a great point. I do think the energy started really high when this game was getting started, and I know we just talked to Boogie, but I think he was really clear with me. This team believes they're so close. Every week they've improved, and the message from Coach Turner going into this game was, we got to remember we need to focus on us, just focus on 1-0. We are so close. He is so excited to be here. The players have really responded well to him, and they're trying to put this together, Joel. So I still think there's a lot of positivity, but they got to get back here with another score.
Yeah, and guys, as you know, like if I'm Jim Turner, I'm telling them, hey, it's a play here or there. It's a pick six. You know, it's the fact that all the impact plays the first 3 weeks have gone against Memphis. All the turnovers, 8 of them. None of the takeaways. You're -8 in that margin. So they just need to keep playing and realize that a snap here or there could turn their season around.
He said we've been close. That's one of the things he stressed when we talked with him before the game. He said we're right there. The defense has been electric, but even with the defense playing as well as they are, you've still got to figure out a way to hem in Bryce Perkins, who made a Bryce Perkins kind of play right there.
He really did. And here's the risk for Memphis, is that it's never as good as you think, it's never as bad as you think. So the problem is that if you lose confidence as a team just because of your record, you know, and all of a sudden you think, well, of course this is going to happen again, that can spiral on you and snowball on you. And right now the momentum is clearly on Michigan's side.
And Tawa running hard. That's a tough 8.5 yards for Toa Tawa. But the run game is starting to click a little bit for Michigan here late second quarter.
You know, and the great transition of momentum happens when the offensive line starts to win. You know, everyone talks about momentum in football, and I'm like, okay, well, what offensive line is playing the best? That's where momentum rests. It's who's being physical, who's getting off the line of scrimmage and owning that line of scrimmage, and right now, it's Michigan.
2nd and 1, and diving close to the first down yardage is Tawa. Looks like he's going to be just about a half yard short, and it could take us to the 2-minute warning.
I tell you, this team has had to adjust offensively. Think about it. You know, their normal starting quarterback Etling is down. Colburn is down. They traded away their leading wide receiver from last year, Marcus Sims. And yet here they are. And what are they doing? They are being physical, which is exactly what Mike Nolan would want from his football team.
2-minute warning. Michigan up 1.
Big block. Hey, big block right here. Legendary. Hey, all we need is the legends right here. Let's go. Stay ready. With the ball? We got you. We got you. Big push right here. Big push right here. Let's go.
Whistle to the land! We come out here with a relentless intent.
My mentality is like a sniper mentality. I will take what you give me on the field. Do not give me an opening.
Floats it, Nakua reaching, diving,
Football and the Polynesian culture go hand in hand.
The game on the island is physically harder.
We are more than football players. We are warriors.
Culture of Winning, Polynesian Football Pride, airing this Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern on Fox. It's narrated by NFL quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, and it examines and explores how Polynesian culture, faith, and mentorship have propelled Island Warriors from humble beginnings to leaving a lasting legacy on the biggest stage. And we've seen Toa Taua underline that legacy tonight with a rushing touchdown, and Taua on 3rd and 1, as if on cue, gets a first down and celebrates at the 41-yard line.
Well, he's certainly running hard, but my goodness, this offensive line is getting stuff done up front. I mean, this is a beautiful job on the left side.
Player of the defense.
Blocking down
Memphis
with the
is
left
using
guard,
his first timeout
and then
as a
watch
result
the
of
tackle.
injury.
Okay, so watch the tackle. And he's going to get this, and he's going to get this hooked right there. That's where the hole opens up. Ryan Nelson, number 75, opens up that hole. Everybody else just has to mash their guys down. But the difficult block, the hardest one, is Ryan Nelson. And that's called a reach block, where you've got to reach, and the player lined up on your inside shoulder, you've got to get to his inside shoulder and get your butt around to the hole. And he did that. That's an incredible reach block from Ryan Nelson.
And he did it against a really talented lineman in Boogie Roberts.
Yeah, who's going to play football for like 13 more years. Is
At
what
least, maybe 20 years. So who knows? He could be the first 50-year-old playing football. People joining us late have no idea why we would say those things. Bryce Perkins. From the 41, it's first down. And another tough run. Breaking tackles all the way down with a 9-yard gain goes Toa Taua, who had 12 total yards this year before tonight. He's over 50.
I tell you what, they're getting off the rock here. They're just getting off the rock. And Memphis is not playing with enough guys in the box. There's Boogie Roberts up front, and there's not much you can do because, look, he's just being double-teamed. So once the double team gets there, he's trying not to give ground, but it's very difficult.
And Taua again met in the hole by Steele Chambers, and the momentum gives him the first down.
And finally, Memphis closed up the middle of the field. Okay, what does that mean, Joel? Well, that means that they put one safety deep in the middle of the field, which means they drop another player into the run box to be a run defender. See, prior to that snap, they were playing with what I would call light box, and they didn't have enough players to stop the run. Michigan had more players to block than they had to defend, and so now you're going to look at the safety. How many safeties are there? If there's 2 safeties up there, guess what? They don't have enough guys in the run box.
9th play of this drive. Perkins pulls it out of the belly of Taua and finds Turner for another first down.
They're doing a nice job in this 2-minute series. They have operated on a quick tempo, and yet nothing has been panicked.
Timeout. 30 seconds.
Got all their timeouts left, so 47 seconds. They're doing just fine. By the way, they get the ball to start this second half, so a big moment here.
Coming up, the Progressive Halftime Show. First half stats and analysis. The plays of the week will go inside the locker rooms. It's all coming up on the Progressive Halftime Show.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
This is the mark I always feel like of a quarterback who's in total control. Kev, when you can orchestrate a 2-minute series and you're calm, the rest of your offense is calm. Now, granted, they haven't had to march it all the way down the field because they've just been slowly for 4 minutes now making their way down the field. But look at Bryce Perkins in the huddle right now. He's 7 of 10, 63 yards, 5 rushes for 39 yards. There is no panic on his face. So guess what? The 10 other guys in the huddle, they're calm as well.
10th play of a drive that began at the 11-yard line. As Joel mentioned, it's eaten up over 4 minutes off that clock. From the 19 of Memphis. Big hole again. A little stiff arm. Hop leaping into the end zone. McCrary with a touchdown.
Come on, appreciate you, man. Good shit, boy.
What a march capped by that run from Nate McCrary.
I'll tell you what, man, this offensive line is absolutely going to work. And it's fun to watch. If you love football, you love what's going on up front for this Michigan team right now.
The longest scoring drive by yards for Michigan this season. 10 plays, 89 yards. They'll go for 1. 5 of 7 this year in 1-point tries from the 2. Perkins, beautiful fake. And he finds Nakua for the conversion to make it 14-6 Michigan.
Well, on the touchdown, they're going to read the defensive end. That means the key block is the tackle. He's got to move space. If he's able to move space, then all the quarterback has to do is read that end and keep him on the outside. There's nothing the defensive end can do right there. Nazir Player, number 45, cannot get all the way down because of the movement created by Chem Okorafor, number 72. Blocking Boogie Roberts and just washing him down the field, and it's an easy run for Nate McCrary because of what Okorafor is doing at right tackle. That is beautiful work right now. These double teams are moving people and creating huge movement at the line of scrimmage. Go to the extra point, and again, what are they going to do? Put a play fake right in the defense's face. They fake it to the running back. They've been running the ball right down the field the entire drive, and Nakua is wide open. Samson Nakua caught a touchdown in their first game against Memphis the first week of the year, and here he gets a conversion to put Michigan up 14-6.
41 seconds until halftime, and a chance for Michigan, if they can get a stop here in the late seconds, double up with the ball starting the second half. From the 10, Isaiah Henney out across the 30-yard line and down near the 33 as we go back downstairs to Jenny Taft.
I'd hear from Nate here, who just had that score over the last couple weeks. Really, it's been such an emphasis to get the run game going. What is clicking for this offense? And if you want to take me through it, what we saw?
Yeah, so we knew that this defense was very gap sound. I'm sorry, I'm out of breath right now, but so honestly, the emphasis was just on any run to the left, it's going to hit front side. Any run to the right, it's going to hit front side. So, I mean, I don't know how much I'm allowed to say, though, but honestly, shoot, listen, quarterback gave it, I saw wide open hole, and I'm like, shoot, the box right there, I got to get in there. But honestly, but honestly, it was just like finish. But honestly, appreciate the guys up front. They got me right last night. I got with the center. He helped me go up through the run game with him. So those are the boys that y'all should be talking to, bro. But I mean, I appreciate this, though. Thank you. All glory to God, honestly. Seriously, thank you.
Thank you. I'll let you catch your breath. Appreciate you breaking that down for me. It's really interesting for us.
Yeah, that's great stuff, Jenny. Thanks so much. And quickly up to the line with still 2 timeouts to work with. E.J. Perry will spike it. And this is a very important next 17 seconds, Joel, for the Memphis Showboats.
It really is. And before we get to it now, as they clock the ball, I want you to go back to the kickoff really quick, because I honestly have never seen anything like this. You go back, and B.T. Potter, he kicks this ball sideways off the tee. Look at that, Kevin. I thought for a second, I was like, wait, what's going on? And then I was like, oh, my goodness, he actually kicked it like a soccer goalie. Just boots it down. That is wild. Never seen that before.
No, the advantages of that, I'm not sure what they are, to be real honest with you, as it goes out of bounds at the 34-yard line.
I would imagine it helps him control it to not kick it all the way into the end zone. And two, it's a less predictable catch for the returner, because it's basically a knuckleball. He's hitting the laces right at the returner. It's like Ray Finkel.
Laces out.
Yeah, into the boundary, into the boundary.
Timeout, Michigan, their second of the half.
So Michigan uses the timeout. with 12 seconds to go to get organized on defense, and Memphis trying to put up some late points here before halftime.
That's what I mean.
Tampa, or what take the shot, right? Take the shot. Listen to me. Take the shot and throw the ball. Throw the ball where only we can catch. We want 3 points right here. Hey, O-line, we're going to take a shot right now. Hey, we're going to take a shot. Let's go.
Juice. Want to go juice? Let's go juice stutter.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
Trips right.
Trips left.
Trips left. Trips left. 65.
Trips left.
Juice. X stutter.
Yeah. Hey, 65, which one do you want? One right. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Trips left, 65. Juice Z stutter on one. Ready? Side. Green 18. Side.
3rd and 3. They're going to take the shot here. That shot going deep down the sideline, but he never saw it. Eli Stove was looking for that ball and never was able to find it. So 4th and 3. And Matt Coughlin will come on to try the long field goal.
Number 50 is reported eligible. Number 50.
Five of 6 this year. His long is 50. He hit 2 field goals in the first meeting in week 1 against this squad. And Coughlin lining it up from 52 here. And a timeout will be used.
Timeout, Michigan. Their final timeout of the half, 30 seconds.
So Michigan trying to ice a kicker from Michigan State. Nothing changes.
No, it's not. But Coughlin has been one of the best kickers in spring football over the last 3 seasons. He's 39 for 43 over 3 years. That's 91%. 5 of 6 this season. Hit from 57 last year. His only miss this year was a block. Yeah, it's hard to attribute that to him. So Coughlin has been about as automatic as anybody here in spring football. Remember, Brandon Aubrey was with the USFL Birmingham Stallions a few years ago before becoming an All-Pro with the Dallas Cowboys. It wouldn't shock me if Coughlin got a great opportunity in the National Football League pretty soon.
Jake Bates in this building last year. Rose to stardom and rose to Detroit with the Lions. Coughlin's try from 52, and that is good. 3 points on the board, and it's 14-9 with 2 seconds to play in the opening half.
Yeah, that was a beautiful kick. I mean, you're exactly right. Bates was terrific for the Lions, after starring in this building in spring football, but that is a great kick. We've seen several from 50 plus for Matt Coughlin, and again, those guys don't just grow on trees. That was true right there.
And that had plenty of distance on it, Joel. That's good from probably 60 yards for Coughlin.
And an important score right there after Michigan had all the momentum in that game, and finally Memphis was able to put together a drive. Outside of that first series, remember, they got the ball after Michigan had the poor snap on a punt. Memphis offensively has not done much until that last series there for Jim Turner, the new coach for the Showboats. So to get that drive together right before the half, at least they can go into the halftime, and take some positives with them.
Hey, Lee, we're running stops on both sides on Juice, aren't we?
On Juice?
No, on Juice, the X has to go.
Yeah, he has to go. Okay. Because D.
So a 14-9 lead for Michigan, 2 seconds to go. And Coughlin will kick this one off for the Memphis Showboats. From the 4-yard line. Is there room for Devin Ross? Not much. Stopped before the 30-yard line, and that takes us to halftime and a 14-9 lead for Michigan. The Panthers will get the kickoff to start the second half. Jenny Taft back down on the field.
Well, Coach, how about that first half for your run game, 120 rush yards? I know that's been an emphasis for your offense throughout the last couple of weeks. How pleased are you with what you're seeing?
Well, I'm very pleased with the running game. They're running hard, running strong, which is good. If we keep that up, it obviously gives us a better chance to win the game. But, overall, that's kind of our personality, and so we do that. But hopefully it continues. They'll make adjustments at halftime, and we'll have to make some as well to keep up with them. But it's a close game right now.
Yeah, you told me when we chatted about this game that you wanted more from your defense. You even called them sloppy last week. Have they improved in your eyes? What are you liking from their performance so far?
Yeah, I think they've done a good job so far. Yeah, I put them in a bad situation. I called that fake punt, and it backfired on us, and they had good field position, able to get a touchdown out of it. But our defense did a good job. They got them in 3rd and long, and then they let them out of the on that, and then they got a touchdown. But outside of that, I think defense has done a good job. But this second half is going to be it'll be interesting to see how we do it.
Thanks for the time.
All right, a 14-9 lead for Michigan at the break, and it's time for tonight's big move. It's brought to you by Pods, and the big move came on the ground. No surprise, Michigan making hay on the ground. Toa Taua with the touchdown run of 14 yards and a 14-9 lead as a result. Taua leading the way with 47 yards rushing. Michigan has rushed for 119 yards in the opening half. At the end of the first half, the Michigan Panthers with a 14-9 lead over the Memphis Showboats. We'll be right back with the Progressive Halftime Show coming up here on Fox.
There's just, I understand because you guys are trying to cover me because I don't really know all the words yet. But there's a lot of, there's a lot of ideas thrown out. Like, give me the 2 runs you like, and we'll call them.
I'm going to go like this in the second half. I'm going to give you the runs, right? There'll be a lot of plus runs, so they're just teeing off on the run. Welcome back to Detroit. Tonight's UFL halftime is sponsored by Progressive. Michigan with a 14-9 lead, but Memphis with some good things to talk about. That late field goal as the conversation continues inside the Memphis locker room. We're already into week 4 of the 2025 UFL season. Here are some of the best moments so far.
It is year 2 of the UFL on Fox, and we're going to continue to see quality football.
Oh, they came in a stiff arm, makes a man miss.
Yeah, you don't want that smoke. 435 brick. We're going to take a shot right now. Let's go.
The UFL knows what gets the people going.
This goes airborne. Picked up. What a snap.
Kalen Balaj breaking tackles and going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
Excellent run from Kalen Balaj.
Good job, good job. It's a way to get to that guy.
Put your foot on their throat and dominate. What a run. Nothing between him and the end zones. And there they go.
Time pressure, tries to spin out of it, and that ball is picked off. Michigan's going to close it out with Kai Nakua returning it all the way. Game sealer.
Going deep. Got it.
Absolutely perfect.
He muffed it.
What a huge turn of events.
Still on his feet. Breaks free for a touchdown.
Intercepted. And he laterals it to the big fella.
Trying to get there himself. He goes airborne. Is that ball intercepted? Wow. Oh, that is picked off.
Looking for the house call. He's got it.
Looking for the end zone touchdown, Birmingham.
Looking for some magic. He's going to run for it. End zone.
Oh, he pressed the X button to the end zone. Off the deflection. My, oh my. He's caught for a touchdown.
First adjustment I want to make in the run game is and we're going to go Rex Plofsky, and we're going to go switch to get those guys off.
Tonight's UFL on Fox halftime is presented by Progressive. Michigan with the lead, 14-9 over Memphis. A look at Bryce Perkins meeting with his other quarterbacks, Rocky Lombardi and Alan Bowman, there in the Michigan locker room here at half. And it's been all Panthers, but it didn't start out that way. In fact, it was a called fake punt that wasn't executed all that well. They snapped it to nobody, and Vernon tried to get it away. He wasn't able to do so, and it set up Memphis with a short field right away early in the first quarter, and they were able to take advantage. And they get into the end zone. Prince with a 3-yard rushing touchdown. Jim Turner, who took over for Ken Wisenhunt in the middle of the week, he was excited, but then the Panthers' run game really started getting going. Tuatoa, 14-yard rush TD, and that was just kind of the first of what we would continue to see, which was big holes by the offensive line. Here, McCrary in from 19 yards out. The run game has been dominant, 119 on the ground, but Coughlin and the Memphis Showboats were able to put up three, a 52-yard field goal there as they were able to get into field goal range right before the half. It's been all Panthers, though, from a stat sheet perspective. 119 on the ground, 182 overall. They're 3 of 6 on third down. Memphis is yet to convert on a third down. And Michigan's got to feel like they're playing well. But what an important field goal that was. Makes this a tight ball game here going into the second half. It'll be Michigan ball when we come back. Take a look at America over there, Ford Field right next to it. That's where we'll come back to, 14-9 Michigan.
Doing great.
All right.
There's just, there's, I mean, I understand because you guys are trying to cover me because I don't really know all the words yet. But there's a lot of there's a lot of ideas thrown out. Like just give me the 2 runs you like, and we'll call them.
I'm going to go like this in the second half. I'm going to give you the runs, right? There'll be a lot of plus runs, so they're just teeing off on the run.
(14-9) with Michigan leading Memphis as we get ready to start the third quarter. Kevin Kugler, Joel Klatt, Jenny Taft, our entire Fox crew here to start off week 4 in the UFL. Touchdown set up by the block punt early for Memphis. 119 yards rushing and 2 rushing touchdowns for the Panthers in that opening half. Michigan will get the football to start the second half, but before that, we check in once more with Jenny Taft.
A little bit. Well, Coach, appreciate you stopping. I would like to know how it's going for you, your message at the half. How would you evaluate what you're seeing from the guys?
So, considering the situation we're in right now, we just flew our coordinator in this week, Nolan Mazzone. So, there's a whole adjustment there going on. Okay, there's no excuse for this, right? Our offense has to produce more. We got to get our defense off the field. We got to put some numbers up in the run game, complete some simple throws, and just work our ball down the field.
Enjoying this?
Am I enjoying it? Yes, I'm enjoying it.
Thanks for the time.
Thank you. All right.
There's Noel Mazzone, who he's talking about, flew in. You know what's interesting, Kev and Jenny, is normally you're trying to get a quarterback that's inexperienced, and you're asking him, like, hey, what do you like? You know, what are you comfortable with? And then I'll call that as a coordinator. But this is reversed. Noel Mazzone needs to go to his quarterbacks, whether it's E.J. Perry or Troy Williams. He needs to go to his head coach, Jim Turner, and he's got to tell them, is like, hey, guys, just give me 2 or 3 play calls that I can be comfortable with calling. Because I think he's still trying to learn the language.
Well, it's crazy because you look at a man with all those decades of coaching experience, and he's got plenty of experience there, but it's like, you know, high school French, but you're trying to decipher French to French-speaking people. They know the language better than you. You recognize some of the terminology, but maybe it doesn't quite fit in the situation, and that feels like what he's going through right now.
Yeah, he knows what he wants to call. He just doesn't know how to call it yet.
It doesn't matter. Listen, we're not going to be under center for running the football because they know we're running the ball. But that one we will, because it's up-tempo, all right?
Going to be interesting to see how this goes when they get the football in a little while, but we start with Michigan on offense.
I will say, just real quick,
yeah,
a lot of talk about running the ball over there. It's like they can't run the ball. They're the worst rushing team in the league, and Jonathan Adams, their wide receiver, is probably the best offensive player in the league. They should probably talk about what passes that they should be throwing.
Now, this team's been able to run the football, though not on this play, with good penetration from Obi Melifonwu. And you look at the leaders in the first half for Michigan. Perkins doing his thing, and then that run game doing its thing.
Yeah, they've been dominant on the ground. And, you know, whether it's been, Perkins has 39 rushing yards himself, McCrary 32, Taotoa, he's got 47. You know, they've been able to do whatever they want because of those 5 guys up front.
Second down and 9. Perkins slings this one to the 40-yard line, and down there is Jalen Moore. But a 3rd and short coming up for Michigan.
And the hard part defensively, if you're Memphis, you can't just commit everything to stopping the run. You know, everyone's like, well, yeah, put more guys down there, stop the run. But you can't do that because everything is on an RPO, or run pass option. And Perkins can hurt you with his legs. So he's keeping the edges of this defense honest and allowing the offensive line to go to work on the interior of the defense.
Shurton splitting out of the backfield on 3rd down and 3. Flag is down. Perkins over the middle. Catch made by Malik Turner. It's a 1st down if it stands with the flag.
Illegal formation, offense. Number 7, an eligible receiver was covered. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
So take the 1st down off the board. Back Michigan up, and now 3rd and 9 after the penalty.
These become huge moments. I mean, really, anytime that you get a longer yardage 3rd down defensively for Memphis, they've got to find a way to get off the field here.
Perkins will step up, floats this one down the sideline a little too far for Malik Turner, who had a step. Perkins bought a little extra time, but it's 4th down, and Memphis gets the stop they desperately needed to start this 3rd quarter.
And they dialed up the absolute perfect play, because watch this. The safety is going to walk down, which means that they're trying to run the corner right past the area where he vacated. And Perkins just gives him too much air, and look at the pressure he was under in the pocket. Took a big hit right there after he let it go.
Vernon will punt this one away. Fielded at the 8-yard line. Isaiah Henney to the 15. Henney turns the corner. Henney up the sideline, across the 40, into Michigan territory. Finally tripped up near the 40-yard line. A 57-yard punt by Vernon, but an outstanding return by Henney all the way to the Michigan 40. 53 yards on the return.
This is just such a good effort by Isaiah Henney. Only has 1 catch on the season, but the move to get away from the first defender from Michigan, and then it's all about speed and instincts. He makes a great cutback right there as he hits the sideline. That's exactly what Memphis needed.
And on 1st down, they go to the ground with their quarterback. Not much going for E.J. Perry. Gets a couple, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Got to take advantage of this field position. Defense did their job.
Home to trips right. 79 America's X spot on one. Ready? Hey, don't hold it. Don't hold it.
Second down and 5.
Green 18.
Perry flushed again. Perry on the run, lost the football, but he gets it back, securing that ball and securing a Memphis 1st down.
And they have had such an issue with turnovers. Palmore knocked that one out, and they are so lucky. It just landed right basically in the lap of Perry, who was able to corral that with his left arm.
Here we go. Side. Green 18.
And off, Jacob Cabote spins inside the 20-yard line, and Noel Mazzoni.
Rifle.
Hurry up. Hurry up.
Rifle, rifle.
Get a little pace going here. 2nd and 2.
Delta, tight.
Perry throws, nice adjustment, but that pass, is it intercepted? Did it ever hit the ground? It ended up in the hands of Arnold Tarpley. He's saying it's an interception, and defensive backs will never lie. The officials are saying incomplete, I believe.
Interception.
They're going to call it a pick.
The ruling on the field is an interception, first down.
Wow. So Tarpley says it's a pick, and the officials agree. It's an interception off the deflection.
Tarpley with the hit. And that ball bounces and never hits the turf. Michigan with an interception.
We're in the media, so we have time.
I got you. I'm just looking at it to see what we have if we have a catch down by contact, but he's going to the ground and the ball pops out right when he hits the ground. Now the question is, does the ball ever get to the ground? Going to the ground, so he doesn't get a 3rd foot down, right? He's got control, knee, yeah. Yeah, that's the whole thing. You got to go to the process of the catch here, to me. And once again, the ruling on the field, Chris Coit was
That was tonight's Game Flow, brought to you by Progressive. And how about this interception by Arnold Tarpley?
Well, Elijah Stove never quite gets control, and it's not a catch. And so he's not down by contact, which means he's going through the process of trying to catch the ball. And as soon as it's loose, now it just becomes, does it touch the turf or not?
And Mike Pereira, you were looking at all of those things. That's just an outstanding play, it looks like.
Yeah, Joel hit it right. The process of the catch, he got control, he got 2 feet, but he was going to the ground, so he has to survive the ground. The ball came out when he hit, and then the defender got control of the ball between his legs first before it hit the ground, so it was a good interception.
Well, that's just an outstanding play, and what a backbreaker for the Memphis Showboats, Joel, who had moved it down the field, the most rhythm they'd shown all night on offense, and to have that play happen, what a gut punch.
Yeah, especially for their 9th turnover of the year. That's the most by far in the UFL. This offense just cannot hang on to the football. And just a couple of plays prior, you know, they survived an E.J. Perry fumble, and it bounces right back to him. And then they cough it up to Michigan on a drive that looked like it could have ended in some points.
Perkins a little jump fake, and he spins for the first down.
Okay, so do you know what every quarterback coach in America will tell you? that if you get in trouble as a quarterback, you pump the ball, whether you've got a receiver or not. Why? Because those defenders, like I highlighted, are trained seals. They'll just jump because the ball goes up. So they just jump. It's like a trained seal. That's exactly what E.J. Perry does. Look, he's got nowhere to throw that, and he gets Allen off of his feet so he can run around him for a first down.
In basketball, it would have been traveling. He left his feet and didn't know what to do.
That's right. Like Houston in the last few seconds.
Exactly. First down and 10. To the sideline, wide open and out of bounds across the 40-yard line is his tight end, Cole Hicatini.
Well, we haven't gotten much production from the tight end, but there Hicatini is able to get loose. And again, you know, this defense is now starting to get tired. They've been run on, they can't stop the run, and now you've got a real rhythm being formed by Bryce Perkins in this passing game. And if this ball was just a little bit more accurately thrown up the field, Hicatini could have turned and run a long ways. Boy, did he control that before going out of bounds?
That's a good question.
I don't know.
No matter now with the snap on first down. Perkins trying to improvise once more on the edge, and he'll just throw this one away.
I'll take another look at that. You know, that was very close. Hicatini on the sideline. Remember, he needs to control that ball, then get his feet in before he goes out. As you take a look at the ball control from Michigan, 21 minutes time of possession, 36 plays. And here's what I was talking about for Hicatini. So he needs to control that ball. So there's control. Now you can go to the process. 2 feet, I guess that toe. Yeah, I think he did catch it. I think that was an excellent call by the officials in real speed.
So from the 42, it's 2nd and 10. Perkins again flushed, and Perkins gets 2.
Get the ball out!
Near the 44. Another 3rd down play call from Marcel Belfay.
Here we go. Let's go. Let's do it again. Let's go. Rex, Trey, Hay, rip, chip, chop, change, snap.
Chip, chop, rip, chip, chop, hey, rip, play. On 1. I love football.
Say that
Kevin.
5 times fast,
I
Marcel
love
Belfay.
so much.
3rd and 8. Here comes pressure. Chip, chop, and it's incomplete.
Good pass rush there from Memphis. They finally are able to get a little pressure here. They go man coverage in the back end, and Perkins doesn't have anywhere to go with the football. And that's what allows this rush to finally get home. You get a little bit of a push from the outside, and then you see a couple of those stunts, and they almost got there. And finally, they're able to make a big play here on a 3rd down. That was Melon Fonwu, who got in there number 20 with the pressure late.
Well, this Memphis defense really playing well, all things considered. They've been put in some difficult situations, and they get another stop when they needed it, and it's just a 5-point game. Memphis ball when we return. 6:41 to go in the 3rd. Fox UFL Friday night, and the Fox Theater prominently featured in Detroit.
Overall, it's been hard because you know why. We have new people here. It's a new coach. You know what I'm saying?
Doing great. There's just, I mean, I understand because you guys are trying to cover me because I don't really know all the words yet. But there's a lot of There's a lot of ideas thrown out. Like, just give me the 2 runs you like, and we'll call them.
I'm going to go like this in the second half. I'm going to give you the runs, right? There'll be a lot of plus runs, so they're just teeing off on the run. How you doing?
Doing great.
All right.
I understand because you guys are trying to cover me because I don't really know all the words yet. But there's a lot of there's a lot of ideas thrown out. Like, just give me the 2 runs you like, and we'll call them.
I'm going to go like this in the second half. I'm going to give you the runs, right? There'll be a lot of plus runs, so they're just teeing off on the run.
A fascinating glimpse into the behind-the-scenes workings, Joel Klatt, of an offensive coordinator who came in midweek and essentially is jumping on the treadmill at full speed.
That's like a run.
Let's hope he warmed up.
What's that?
26-yard line for a first down. Here's Prince, one of the better runs of the night for the Memphis Showboats. He picks up 9 to the 35.
You know, remember, last week they hadn't done much offensively, and then late in that game, Troy Williams came in, and they let's be honest, kind of all of a sudden went on a 19-play, 73-yard drive and went down and almost won the football game.
On the keep, it's Troy Williams. He'll have the first down, and Williams ushered out of bounds after a pickup of about 4.
You know, they get a couple of these runs going, then I guarantee you they're going to look to get Jonathan Adams involved. Adams has only 2 catches so far tonight. He came into this game leading the UFL with 20 catches through his first 3 games. And so as soon as they can get anything established, they're going to be looking to go to number 9.
First and 10, back to the ground. It's Prince. A little hesitation bought him some space, and he's out to the 44-yard line.
I tell you, every play, doesn't it seem like Kai Nakua is just flying through there like a missile? Every time. You sit up here, and he is just downhill as fast as he possibly can.
78 American X5. I want ready.
He's been so good for them. He's got an interception, came into the year into this game with 17 tackles on the year.
Ready?
Second and 5. Over the middle, incomplete. Trying to get it to D. Anderson. The coverage from DJ Miller brings up 3rd and 5.
Important opportunity here on 3rd down. We'll see what Noel Mazzoni wants to do. This team is 0 for 5 so far on 3rd downs tonight.
Right, wide peel. 74 Miami X go. I want ready. 74. Come on, Chris. Right. Ready. Push it.
3rd down and 5. Williams, pocket collapsing. Down he goes. Relentless pressure from the Michigan Panthers.
And good coverage in the back end. They're trying to get these crossing routes across the field here and across the field here, but they each kind of slow down and get caught up, and there's nowhere to go with the football. There's not enough sense of urgency from these wide receivers on some of these routes. If you get man coverage, you can't be settling through those areas. You've got to run and create space for your quarterback. And right there, everyone looking back at the quarterback, there's no space to throw the football, and the rush finally gets home.
Matt Mangle will punt this one away. Michigan gets the stop again. Malik Turner, the deep man for the Panthers. Fields on the run at the 24-yard line and down at the 25. Good coverage downfield from DeMarcus Mitchell. And a timeout on the field. Michigan with a 14-9 lead. The Panthers with reason to celebrate. That defense playing well at home.
Been raving about this offensive line for Michigan all night. Let me show you why. Left guard, left tackle, getting up to the linebacker, leaving the end for the quarterback, makes a good read. What is it? Positive yardage. Let's do it again. Don't get bored taking a profit. Guard, tackle, up to the linebacker, read the end. It's another big play. Hey, don't get bored with it. Let's do it again. Linebacker block, defensive lineman block, defensive end. He's the read. Now you make one guy miss and it's a touchdown. That's what Michigan has really had a lot of success with tonight. 135 yards on the ground, 5.9 per rush, and 2 touchdowns. That 135 on the ground is a season high for these Panthers. And I would suspect now, after a series that, didn't go their best, to get back to that run game, letting Perkins read the end and those defensive linemen get double teamed in the interior.
Toa, the most effective running back of the night, back there, gets the carry on first down. Well defended. Eli Walker shooting up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
And here's the offensive line coach. That's Tim Holt, and he's done a heck of a job. But even what he knows is what I'm about to say, which is those straight handoffs are just so much more difficult because the quarterback is no longer a threat to run when you just turn your back to the defense and hand the ball to the tailback. Where they've had success is when Perkins has been involved in the decision, and he's been reading the end on this outside. So there he would be reading the left side here if they go back to the run.
2nd and 9, the flip to the motion man, Jalen Moore looking for a block. Doesn't find much as he gets to the 28-yard or 32-yard line rather. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Do you see?
He's leaving the field, Joel. He was asking out after that block.
But Toa just threw a huge block out in front of that jet sweep. I wonder if he got banged up or if he's just a little bit winded.
He was definitely asking out before 3rd down and 3. Perkins steps left, a wobbler down the sideline, incomplete.
Good coverage there down the field. I want to look back a couple of plays ago. This is that jet sweep, and there's Toa, and he runs out and he just kind of takes an awkward hit right on the head, and then he kind of immediately comes up, he flexes, but then he asks himself out of the lineup on that 3rd down, which I thought was a little bit odd, and they're going to have to punt it away.
With a lot of traffic, gets off a good punt, takes a nice Michigan bounce, and it'll trickle out of bounds near the 10-yard line. So the Showboats deep in their own end, inside the 20, down by 5, late in the 3rd in Detroit.
Listen to me, so everybody knows EJ's playing the rest of the game. We're going to leave EJ in his ball game right now, all right? So take care of him. We'll run the ball. He'll throw the ball well. We'll win this football game. Go ahead.
Tonight's game is sponsored by Jersey Mike's Subs. Be a sub above. And by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Only pay for what you need. Tonight's game is sponsored by Jersey Mike Subs. Be a sub above. And by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Only pay for what you need.
Listen to me, so everybody knows EJ's playing the rest of the game. We're going to leave EJ in his ball game right now, all right? So take care of him. We'll run the ball. He'll throw the ball well. We'll win this football game.
Well, the move has been made. They're going to stick with EJ Perry the rest of the way. And Jenny Taft, you got a little bit more from Jim Turner about this decision.
Yeah, Kevin, I just pulled him aside, and to be honest, I think he was like, wait a second, you heard me say that? I think it's a little reminder that we are always listening, but he said both quarterbacks are playing well. I do want Perry to finish out the game. This is about having one quarterback finish this and find a rhythm for our offense.
Yeah, there are no secrets in the UFL when we're on site. There are microphones and cameras everywhere.
Yeah, just
First
like,
and 10.
Just like Terry Benedict knows, someone's always watching.
18,
Over the middle and down at the 31-yard line. So EJ Perry is going the rest of the way. Down by 5 in this one.
Remember, Kev, he started the first 3 games before Williams got the start tonight. Both of the quarterbacks have played in 3 of the 4 games this season, so it's normal what we have seen, but Jim Turner wanted to go with one guy here at the end.
And on 2nd and 4, it'll be Perry who keeps it and gets the first down.
Buzz! Hey, buzz right, buzz right, buzz right, buzz right. Buzz right. Yeah. Gila. Delta side.
Down in 10, Perry pulls it and is tripped up by Ginda in the backfield. Really good play by the veteran Frank Ginda.
This is how you defend the zone read. Watch the veteran Frank Ginda. Watch him jump outside. From the linebacker spot, he jumps outside. So rather than get himself in the middle and get blocked by the tackle, he jumps outside because he knows what's about to happen. So he, in the end, essentially just trade responsibilities. The end mashes way down inside towards that inside gap, and he jumps outside to stop the quarterback.
USFL Defensive Player of the Year 2 years ago with Michigan.
Here we go, I'm on Delta. Delta side.
And on 2nd and 13, quick toss over the middle. Kwame Lassiter to the 39-yard line, and a flag is down.
We got set. Everyone got set.
Illegal shift, offense, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
EJ Perry saying we all got set.
2nd down.
Officials disagreed.
I can't hear anything.
So now 2nd down and 18. And that'll be how we start quarter number 4 in Detroit. Tight ball game on a Friday night in the Motor City. The Michigan Panthers with the 14-9 lead. Who comes out on top? The 4th quarter begins next on Fox.
And then if we're still in a long position, you can do the Q11 again. Yeah, they're going to all go. It's 2nd and 15. Yeah, all right. And 3rd down, goes Tampa after this. Unless it's short. But if it's half right, 40 paint, they're blocking. They're going to run off of it. If it's 3rd and really long, we can try the missile too. The next one.
get 8 here. Let's get at least 8. Good route, though.
Jim Turner was surprised that we heard what he said. He'd be really surprised to see how many different ways you can see the game, whether it's players with cameras on, refs with cameras on. We've got cameras and microphones all over the place. And there's where you see the camera. Noah Johnston is right there. That's the camera that we've got in the offensive line. He shakes his head and said, I can't believe there's that many cameras. 12 players, Mike, 4 player cameras, 2 referee cams, and a partridge in a pear tree. We've got it all in the UFL.
Truth is, Kev, I am Iron Man.
We've known that for years, Joel.
Well, Noah Johnson. Speaking as Noah Johnson.
Yes. Oh.
There we go. With the hole in his chest.
The hole in his chest. Not an arc reactor, though, just a camera.
That's right.
And Cabote swallowed up for a loss on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down. So this is through that camera.
Yeah, this is live. He's looking at our guys like, hey, man, get that camera out of my face. I've already got one attached to my chest. Put the helmet on. There we go. That's so good. That's so good.
Don't know that he's really thinking about what the best shot would be from his chest cam.
He doesn't look thrilled, but we're happy to have the shot. Thanks, Noah.
3rd down and 20. Perry airing it deep down the sideline, incomplete. He wanted Jonathan Adams. There's that deep shot we've been looking for, but it was well covered.
Yeah, and Adams did not have a target in the 3rd quarter. That was the first time they went to him in that second half, And just good coverage, you know, and I think he's better in the back shoulder. They have really struggled getting him the ball. Credit to coverage and the defensive game plan from Michigan. Michigan's been able to stop the run with just 5-6 guys in the box and allowed extra defenders to defend the outside, and more specifically, Jonathan Adams.
Off a bounce, Turner backs up to the 30-yard line and then stumbles down. Gets back up because he wasn't touched, and now he's down at the 34. Now here comes our cameraman and also the center for the Michigan Panthers. Back to work next.
Say it to my face, I dare you. Too deep in the game, I'm keeping my foot in it. Hating on me, but it made me go harder. Ran up a few wheels, my bank account trim. I promise you, he ain't richer than my daughter. Life was closing in, face to face with seeing all my demons. Got him in order. Bad what I'm seeing, bad what he did. Dread from his kids, life got shorter. Going in the days.
Welcome back to Fox UFL Friday night, presented by Pizza Hut. A 5-point game early in the fourth quarter as the Michigan Panthers are back to work with a 14-9 lead.
Well, at this point, I got to tell you, Memphis has got to feel great about where they're at because they've been outgained 229-98, and yet it's still just a 14-9 game. Bryce Perkins has been very good. Michigan has been very good, but they don't have a big lead to show anything for it.
And on first down, back to the ground to Nate McCrary. And McCrary picks up a few yards over to the left side. It'll bring up second down.
Michigan's offense has been a little stagnant here in the second half. Only 2 first downs so far. They need to go back to putting defenders in conflict with the quarterback Perkins. We've seen him on the RPO. We've seen him on the zone read. More of that puts that defense in conflict, and that's where they had success in the first half.
6, McCrary again, trying to bounce to the edge, and he cannot twist away from the Zier player. And another third down play call for Marcel Belfay.
Let's go. Rex. Back Rex empty. Ricky goes shallow. You're going to get 3, so you'll have your verticals.
Go shallow. What's up, buddy?
Boy, there's no linebackers. If they don't stunt, you know, Perkins is going to be able to run.
3rd and 7. He'll heave it down the sideline, and it is caught. What a play. Cioce Mariner with the flag down, holds it in for a first down for Michigan.
What number? Number?
$37 yards on the pitch and catch.
Pass interference, defense number 14. The penalties decline. It's 1st and 10.
This was a really good throw, a better catch on the outside. Cioce Mariner going and reaching over that outside shoulder and hauling it in as he goes down to the ground and out of bounds. Again, there's a little pressure in Perkins' face, and it's a beautiful throw out over the top and even running through that contact.
Perkins jumps this pass down the sideline. He's got more, makes a move, and into the end zone for a Michigan touchdown.
Well, you know what they got back to is putting the defense in conflict right there. Perkins with a little play fake in the back. Defense has to react to that. They come up on the short route, and again, Perkins proves that he's making quality decisions. One of the most efficient players in the UFL so far from the quarterback position. Makes a great read, ball down the field, and Michigan will go for the 1-point attempt.
There may be a challenge.
Mike, did you get that? Memphis is challenging and eligible is downfield.
I got you. I'll take a look at it here.
Thank you.
Memphis is challenging an eligible receiver downfield. The play is under video review.
So the super challenge here.
So he's engaged. He's engaged. So he's got to be 3 yards. So the ball snapped at the 27-yard line. So he's got to be beyond the 24 at the release. He engages just beyond the line, passes out. Stop it there. When the ball gets out of his hands, that's what we're going to watch for when it gets out of his hand. That's the lineman moving downfield. We freeze it there. He's got to be beyond the 24. So he's not beyond the 24. He is not beyond the 24. He still has a back foot short Still over the 24. So the challenge is going to be denied. So the ruling of touchdown is confirmed.
After review, there is no foul for an eligible receiver downfield. The result of the play is a touchdown.
So that super challenge is gone. It takes a timeout away
Memphis has used
from
its first timeout of the half and may not challenge for the remainder of the game.
And now the one-point conversion try for Michigan. For one more. 21-9 Michigan. The one-point conversion comes on the heels after the two longest plays of the day for Michigan results in 6.
Yeah, you get the big completion down the left sideline to Mariner, and then here Jalen Moore. So here he is on the outside, and he's just going to go on the outside and look at the corner. Just lets him go. The safety eyes in the backfield as well, all because you're putting players in conflict because of Bryce Perkins, his threat with his legs. You get the play action pass, then you get that little RPO action, and then there's the read down the field. We've seen that now a couple of times from Perkins, where it's not just the easy completion out into the flat, short on that right side, but he reads all the way to the deep route, and there he's rewarded with a touchdown. This is the third time now that they've been able to just run it in for a conversion. That offensive line moving humans and winning that line of scrimmage. And Noah Johnson's camera tells it all, the celebration in the end zone.
Mike Nolan with a little exhale, a little room to breathe and a little room to maneuver for these Michigan Panthers now with a 21-9 lead. Short kickoff. Isaiah Henney to the 35 and stood up there as we go downstairs to Jenny Tapp, back with Bryce Perkins.
I feel like it's always more fun when you hear from the quarterback himself. So Bryce, take me through this one.
Yeah, I mean, we worked it all week. You know, read the zone, get out here. I mean, we've been hitting the flats all day. They want to play that trap with that corner right there. We worked it. You know, never lose eyes. We noticed the last game they kind of left that void a couple of times, and we didn't exploit it. So we wanted to make sure this time that, you know, when we came out, eyes high to low, and, you know, just like sometimes it works just like in practice.
It's always a good sign. How would you describe the chemistry that we're seeing from this offense right now?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, we stalled, you know, coming out of half, but kept fighting, told the guys, you know, Op's going to come. You know, had a great job trying to get the COs. You know, he's one of our playmakers. So, you know, the guys trust everybody, you know, so we just got to keep going out there and make plays. We're going to get another shot at this. You know, if they score or if they don't, we're still going to try to go put it in the end zone.
Thanks, Bryce.
Jenny, thanks so much. Nice play by E.J. Perry to buy a little time and find Kwame Lassiter for a first down.
Perkins just continues to be efficient. You know, 12 of 19, 158, 7 rushes for 45. You know, every time he gets a chance, I feel like he just plays well.
Player of the week in the UFL this week and making an early bid for a repeat performance in week 4.
8, burning to go. 8.
Former Michigan Panther quarterback E.J. Perry trying to rally Memphis here. Pressure comes, able to twist away, and Perry will just throw this one away. Did good work just to avoid the sack on that play.
And it seems like he's getting a ton of depth off of that shotgun alignment, and the tackles are having a hard time keeping the rush off of him because of the amount of depth that he's getting. If you go too far back there, you know, you put your tackles at a disadvantage because it becomes a shorter angle for the defensive end to rush to get to the quarterback point.
Timeout used here with 10:16 to go in the fourth. That play clock winding, a little bit of confusion.
What's happening?
A 3rd and 6 coming up.
Mackenzie.
The game was stopped for a medical timeout.
So as they take a medical timeout, let's look at Jonathan Adams. He came into this game leading the league in catches with 20. They went to him. That was the first series. They went back shoulder. Here they try to get back to him there, but, you know, just a couple of catches. And again, Michigan has done a great job of stopping the run game with just 5, 6, and 7 guys up in the box, which allows more eyes on Jonathan Adams. And now he's only got 2 catches on those 5 targets for 21 yards. So a 3rd and 6.
And the handoff to Prince, and Prince is going to be stopped a yard short of the first down, but it sets up on a 4th and 1 for Memphis under 10 to play.
Yeah, that was tipping what you were going to do on 4th down. You know, two plays to get the necessary yardage there, 7 yards. They run it on 3rd to create a shorter yardage opportunity here on 4th. Definitely going for it.
Take a fucking timeout.
So Memphis uses one of its 2 remaining timeouts.
Timeout Memphis, their second
with
and a half.
9:38 to go.
We couldn't get the fucking
30
thing in
seconds.
No.
Yeah, you just get set because I can't say Snickers and then set.
Listen to me. Did they bring out a base defense right there? All right, what throw do we have right here? What about a play action? Yeah, fucking 4th and 1.
One naked.
You want the dose left?
Yeah, naked. I love the naked.
Or you want to do pow? You want to do pow?
Yeah,
Let's do pow.
You want it out of gun?
Listen to me.
Yeah.
TJ, say what you were just going to say.
All right, coach is up.
Why slice naked?
Yeah. Okay,
Give it to him.
With the wide short. Wristband 38 with the wide short.
TJ, give it to him.
Wristband 38 wide short.
1 yard, let's go. Okay, yeah. We're going.
Such a big play coming up, Joel, from Memphis. Down 21-9, time becoming a factor, 4th and 1.
Yeah, I like what they're going to do here because Perry is going to be on the edge. He could run for it himself, or he's going to have the option to throw.
Hey, Snickers.
Trying to sneak this one. He didn't get there. Now, maybe that second effort pushed him there, but where they're marking him, he is short by a half yard to the first down.
This is just a quarterback audible right here. I don't think he got it. I know that there was a second effort there.
Ruling on the field as the runner's forward progress was stopped prior to the line to gain. It's 1st down.
So he reads this defense and he sees what he thinks is an opening. So he goes up, tries to change to a sneak, and you can see it is stopped right away.
Tonight's game is sponsored by Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut. And by Dr. Pepper. Try new Dr. Pepper Blackberry and Dr. Pepper Blackberry Zero. Tonight's game is sponsored by Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut. And by Dr. Pepper. Try new Dr. Pepper Blackberry and Dr. Pepper Blackberry Zero Sugar today.
Take a look at that fourth down, and what you're going to see here is the veteran Frank Ginda, and watch him. He gives the illusion that there's some space, but then as the quarterback gets under center to sneak, he steps up and they pinch inside to take away the sneak. It's almost like they gave them that option, and then as soon as E.J. Perry checked the play, because remember, in the sidelines, Memphis called a play-action pass with him on the edge, but once he saw the defense, he saw the linebackers back, he walked up to the center, he called Snickers, which is a little bit of a sneak there, a check for a sneak, and that's when Ginda walked up to stop him.
What a stop to get it back now for the Michigan Panthers. Samson Nakua in motion on first down and 10. Back to the ground as Perkins rolls out and goes back to his tight end. That run-pass option saw Jalen Weidermeyer, and he found him for a first down.
I mean, this RPO is just devastating right now. So you get Perkins out here, and you get his eyes on the defensive end. So as soon as the defensive end is tight like this, then he keeps the ball, and he has options on the outside. And they're flooding these zones. You know, normally basic RPOs only have one guy out there that he could possibly throw the ball to. But he's coming out of this as if it's a normal play-action pass with options. And you heard him tell Jenny on the sideline, I'm starting with my eyes down the field and then coming back to the short receivers. It's a really good way to read that out.
Well, we saw one earlier, Joel. You walked us through a play similar in which he went to that second option, the deeper option down the field on a play that was very similar to that RPO.
Yeah, that's just, I got to tell you, it's so difficult to defend because there's so many defenders in conflict. You know, that defensive end essentially has two responsibilities, one in the run game and one in the pass game. And what you're doing is that you're putting him in a conflicting read. Is this a run or is this a pass? Do I have contain or do I have the C gap? You know, and that's what's so difficult. And then it's the same thing for the linebacker and then the corner. They've got double responsibilities and you're putting them in conflict.
Big hole up the middle for McCrary. And that offensive line is starting to wear down these Showboats.
Now they try to go to a three-man defensive line, and what happens? Well, you just eat them up front. And so now you've got double teams at the point of attack. Then you read the backside linebacker instead of the defensive end, and it's a successful run. You know, when your offensive line is getting it done like that, how about Noah Johnson? He basically blocked two right there. You could see at the end of that Melon Wamfu came up number 20, and Noah Johnson basically took care of him as well.
And another first down and 10, and another give to Toa Taua. Fights his way across the 30. Taua now over 60 yards rushing on the night. And Michigan, Joel, as a team, over 155 yards rushing and over 5 yards per carry on the night.
Yeah, that's a staggering total for this Michigan team, and exactly what Mike Nolan would love. You know, knowing Mike Nolan, he wants a defensive-oriented team. He wants a physical team. He wants an offensive line that can control the game, and that's exactly what's happened here tonight.
Second and 6. Perkins, tight end up the sideline and rumbling for another first down is Cole Hicatini.
All right. Give me 12, 12, 12. Left trips. Zuff, Liz zone. Left trips, Zuff, Liz zone. Use your clock, you got lost.
Smart there, use the clock. Perkins doesn't want to snap this until it's at least under 4 on this play clock.
Not much there, maybe a yard on the carry for McCrary. But more importantly for Michigan, that clock continues to run.
Got a chance to really extend this thing out.
Hey, Nickel, talk to me. Oh, somebody. No, Nickel. You gotta make the rip. On. Rip.
2nd down and 9, 5.5 to play in Detroit. Samson Nakua in motion. Perkins pulls it, the run to the right side, the toss finds Weidermeyer, and sliding in for a Michigan touchdown. This offense is clicking on all cylinders right now, and Michigan has taken full control, up 27-9.
And all Memphis can do is shake their head. They're going back to the exact same thing. You're going to go right back to the RPO on that strong side. He reads that front side. They're all looking into the backfield. He keeps the ball. There's nobody left. They flood that area. 2 defenders, 3 wide receivers, and that's easy. Tight end just sneaks out. There he is. It's an easy catch, and it's a touchdown for Michigan. Up and down the field they've gone due to Bryce Perkins, and this is a huge point after attempt. This would make it a 3-possession game.
Perkins pulls it, throws, back of the end zone, out of bounds, incomplete. He made the catch but couldn't get both feet in, and Samson Nakua can't convert. And it's still 27-9.
Yeah, let's hope he's okay. He came up kind of favoring that right arm, didn't he, Kev? And he's still favoring it as he jogs over to the sideline. Let's take a look at that end of that play. Here's Nakua. Grabs the ball, gets 1 foot down. Good defense, 2nd foot, out of bounds. Correct call, and you can see he just came down hard on that right side.
And a great view from our shot, our camera. You could see immediately the wince of pain as he hit that turf.
You heard him talk about.
I think I just stepped out. Yeah.
You heard him tell the trainers that he had a bit of an AC joint coming into the week.
Let's do this.
The AC joint in your shoulder is where your collarbone attaches to your shoulder, and there's ligaments that hold that collarbone down to the edge of your shoulder. When that gets strained, it is highly painful, and when you land on it like that, that puts all the stress on that AC joint. Those of us that have had that injury know exactly what he's going through right now.
From the 2-yard line, and good open field tackle on the return. Let's go downstairs to Jenny Taft. Jenny, don't believe anything this man says about me when you talk to him.
Uh-oh. All right, I need more of that story. Well, this is a familiar face for us, obviously. EVP of Football Operations for the UFL, Daryl Johnson. It's great to see you. What can you tell me about the news I'm hearing about a new CBA? What's the latest?
Yeah, it's not final yet. So we're down to about the 1-yard line, but we're not across the goal line yet. So last time I checked in with Russ Brandon, we're getting very, very close and hope to have something done soon. So a lot of hard work done by a lot of great people in the UFL to get it to this point.
I know you're busy. You're attending so many of these games. Week 4, what have you liked? What stands out? You know, what can you tell me about what you're seeing?
I think the one thing that we've missed so far this year is that big moment. We don't have the Jake Bates moment yet, and that was something that really got us off to a great start last year. My partner Kevin Kugler's on the call for back-to-back 64-yard field goals to walk off and win that game. So after that game, everybody was interested in finding out about the UFL, so we were kind of all over the football landscape. We haven't had that moment yet, and we had a couple of big returns last weekend. Defense is still a little bit ahead of the offenses right now. We've had competitive games, but not high-scoring games, so this is positive for Michigan. It's been a challenging week for Memphis, so I'm actually very proud of how they've kind of fought through. This is a team that's never going to give up, and that's one of the big things. So going into week 4, we saw kind of a pop last year in week 3. We didn't have it last week, so we got our fingers crossed that this week we see a little bit more scoring, and with Michigan getting out to 27 tonight, hopefully that holds true over the weekend.
Before I let you go, I'm working with Kevin very closely. You know this guy very well. What do I need to know about him?
Oh, you've got one of the best there is. Yeah, he's so much fun to work with. He's great in the big moments. But the one great thing about Kevin is just what he brings the entire weekend here together. It's easy to be, you know, that guy during the course of the game and being a great partner. But when you're like that the whole weekend, that was one of the things I enjoyed the most last season with him.
Well, thank you so much for the time. We appreciate it.
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks for everything you're doing for us.
See, Kevin, all good things.
I'm happy. I'm very delighted to hear that stuff. Joel, you don't get a chance to
I don't know what he's
refute this,
talking
Joel.
about.
We've got to get back to the game, Joel. We can't talk. Let's go back to Boogie Roberts. What's his career looking like?
Right. That's right. Trips left. I'll be working with him next year.
Trips left off might be your better. Here we go.
There's Boogie. He's making his way up to the booth as we speak.
Well, we got Noah Johnson with a camera. We could probably get Boogie a headset on the sidelines.
Hey, Mike Nolan right. Mike Nolan
There
right.
it is.
Mike Nolan right.
Coming for your job. It's now official. It's in the social media realm.
Oh, that's so good. I love it. I love it. Not so fast, Boogie. Not so fast. Come on, I got 3 kids, man.
Delta, shot.
3 minutes to go in this one. And E.J. Perry's pass incomplete. Looking for D. Anderson on the sidelines, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
You know, you think about what this Memphis team had to deal with. Ken Wisenhunt stepping away, Jim Turner stepping in here midweek, Noel Mazzoni coming in midweek, and you know, up until that last possession, they're right in this thing, you know. And I second what Daryl Johnston just said about, you know, being proud of what Memphis did in this ball game. They played incredibly hard in the middle of some tough circumstances. Jim Turner has done a nice job. Noel Mazzoni is going to have a better chance to get familiar with this team and this offense over the course of the next week after watching this film. They may be settling on a quarterback here, going the whole 4th quarter right now with E.J. Perry. We saw Troy Williams in this game. But let's be honest, what the story of this game has been about Michigan, their physicality, their offensive line, and their quarterback coming of age here this year.
We've hit the 2-minute warning, and it's all Michigan Panthers. About to move to 3-1 on this young season, making a statement tonight at home against the Showboats.
Thank you to our fan group and call. Playing for Michigan is an awesome experience. The fans really come out to support us, and it's been awesome playing for them. Every single home game. They really come out and they make a huge difference in how we play. Come on, Miller!
Michigan Panthers fans, you know what that sound means? It's like the Simba fan. This is my favorite. I want to see your little ones raise up in the air. Let's see your best Simba fan.
The UFL Fox Football Extravaganza continues tomorrow as the Birmingham Stallions, the defending champs, take on the Houston Roughnecks at 7 Eastern. Then on Sunday, the San Antonio Brahmas battle the only remaining undefeated team, the DC Defenders at 5, all on Fox. Busy week 4. The UFL Championship odds have changed a good amount since week 1. This was entering week 1. Birmingham and St. Louis, the favorites, but entering week 4. The DC Defenders on the rise in a big way. Birmingham still atop the odds list, and you can understand why. They've won all the championships you can win. But Birmingham getting pushed a little bit by Michigan, about to go to 3-1. And how about those Defenders taking on San Antonio this week? And Jordan Ta'amu has had a terrific start to his season at quarterback for DC.
Yeah, I think they've been the most impressive team, in particular that win against St. Louis, which was so good. And I got to say, at least in the USFL side of this league, another stop. No, they're going to give him that first down. They're going to give him that first down.
That was a giant pop. Donovan Mouton and Arnold Tarpley in there.
Tarpley is flying around. I mean, how about the effort even to get to the line to gain? Here it is right here. He's trying to get there, and bam. Did he get there?
Boy, that is really close.
Live, I didn't think he did.
So the play is under review.
Prior to the challenge flag, the play is under review. Prior to the challenge flag, the play is under review.
So they don't need to challenge this because, remember, inside of 5 minutes, the challenge is initiated by the booth.
Right, so what yard line did he have to get to here? You got to get to the
7.
So he needed the 47.
Yeah, he's got to get to the 47. And he doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. The actual pylon cam has a great shot of the fact that he is short of the 47. And that is enough to see it. So we are going to change this. It's going to be a change of possession. It will be Michigan's ball at the
Michigan ball
46.5 yard line, I would say.
You guys have the yard line 46.5.
Correct.
Okay.
Man.
After review, the runner did not make the line to gain. It's a turnover on downs, first down.
Donovan Mouton came in with a huge hit, 45, Kev, and he was the one that ultimately stopped them there on 4th down. And this Michigan team is now going to just be able to essentially kneel this one out and take a 27-9 victory on. What I was about to say during that 4th down play, I think in the USFL side of the league, I think Michigan's been the most impressive team because of where they're dominant. Offensive line, they've been dominant. Their physicality, their defense is good. They're veteran. They can rush the passer. They take care of the football. Like this is a really good football team.
Rocky Lombardi in to close this one out. This defense today has been really good.
Yeah, the defensive line and that front 7, it's tough to run the football on them. They're smart. Frank Ginda, again, with a huge night from a tackle perspective. He came in leading the league. He had another huge night, 13 tackles. You can see that they stunt, they create pressure. Without Breland Speaks, the UFL Defensive Player of the Year, they have not missed a beat. 9 points allowed, only 151 yards, 1 of 10 on 3rd down, and they did get that interception. So that defense, you know, they didn't want Bryce Perkins to get all the accolades. They wanted to make sure that we knew their names as well, and we certainly do, because they played excellent football.
Well, we're about to find out just how real this 3-1 Michigan Panther team is. Next week at St. Louis, then they host DC. We're going to learn a lot about Mike Nolan's team over the next couple of weeks.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And you know, St. Louis, they're pretty good up front too. So that battle against the Battle Hawks is going to be quite the game as these two tangle.
Son! 180! 180, son!
3rd and 2. Close to the first down. And that made, he's going to be short, but I don't think we're going to get another snap in this one.
I thought about it. Good job, guys.
27-9, the Michigan Panthers.
Good job, guys.
Move to 3-1 on this season.
Thank you.
The Showboats fall to 0-4, but Bryce Perkins, coupled with a stout Michigan defense, more than enough tonight in Detroit.
Good job, 5. Good work. Good work. Good work. Great game, Coach. All right, man. Good luck.
Who do you guys have next week?
Birmingham.
Birmingham?
Yeah, how about you?
We got St. Louis.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay.
You too.
Oh, it's not you, was it?
27-9 the final. Michigan moves to 3-1 on the season. Don't go anywhere. We're back with more post-game coverage right after this on Fox. Michigan 3-1. Right now, atop the USFL Conference, Memphis falls to 0-4. But for Michigan, tonight was a night where Bryce Perkins got to shine again, and he closed it out strong, Joel Clapp. 5 of 5, 107 yards and 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. Bryce Perkins getting it done.
I think he might be the UFL Offensive Player of the Week again. That was the completion down the field to COC Mariner. Really got them going in the second half. A couple of plays later, gets into the end zone, but it was his ability to control the game on the RPO, the run-pass option. He was sensational, whether it was with his legs, 45 yards, or through the air, 200 yards passing with a couple of touchdowns. He was really good.
And Jenny Taft is with the victorious quarterback.
Well, Bryce, Joel Klatt just said it. You really had a sensational game in so many ways, and this felt like a statement performance for the Panthers. What were the highlights for you?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, all glory to God, man. We felt good coming out here. We trust each other, man. That's the big thing. When you got all 11 guys trusting each other on offense, all 11 guys trusting each other on defense and special teams, playing complementary football. Our defense did a hell of a job out there. Our offense, no matter what, we always came together and we're like, next drive, let's get it. No matter if we stalled or not, guys made great job, making plays on the field. Cios, was trying to give him the ball. He's a playmaker, man, and but he stayed alive, stayed into it, and made a great play, and total team effort, man. So when we're playing like this, we're hard to stop.
It's a really great point about the trust. You threw the ball to 8 different guys tonight. Really, you could see the chemistry on the sideline. How comfortable are you with this offense right now? Week 4, I know we still got a long way to go.
Yeah. I mean, really comfortable. Even short week, not a lot of live reps, walkthroughs, but that just tells how sharp the guys are. Everybody's detail-oriented and really focus on their key jobs. And, at the end of the day, you just got to trust the guys. And, they're always where they need to be. And, when the play come up and your number's called, you just make the play.
Bryce, thank you. Go enjoy this win. We'll see you soon.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Kevin?
Once again, our final score, Michigan 27, Memphis 9. More UFL action tomorrow on Fox. Birmingham taking on Houston at 7 Eastern. For Joel Klatt, Jenny Taft, and our entire Fox Sports crew, I'm Kevin Kugler. So long from Detroit.
That for a second. Camera pan right there off.